And here we are. There we go. We're live.
How old is that meme? How old is that meme you just posted?
3 years old now.
And because I swore that would have been made in 2018 or something. But by the way, here we are. I've got a new headset because the old one blew out.
Well, we've been yelling at it a lot, so it is what it is.
So, apologies for the terrible audio quality of the Red Talons episode, because I did not know that my equipment was broken. But
now we know.
Now I do. I have a pair of headphones now instead of earbuds, and the microphone is on the right earbud.
Headphone?
The right headphone. Yeah. So it's next to my lips, but not right up to it. And from what I understand from talking with my Wednesday players, it's not binaural. So it doesn't sound like I'm speaking in only one ear.
Well, it sounds regular to me, so you're all good. I mean, like, what's really funny about my setup is I got this, like, MIDI converter audio box and this really nice microphone, but the headset that I use to, like, listen to the audio as I'm talking actually has a microphone on it. So in the event that this thing fails, I also have a backup. The only problem is it's going to make balancing a little more difficult, but I can fuck with that.
I got a question for everybody before we start.
Yes.
What is a Japanese RPG game, like a turn-based RPG game, that has a really good town theme to it?
A really good what?
Town.
Town or Talon?
Town.
Chrono Trigger?
See, look at
I have
this.
not
pulling up
played
OST.
Japanese TTRPGs in so long.
Yeah, I can't say that I've ever played one.
Well, see, now the thing is, like, I have a SNES Classic, so I kind of have to at some point, even though I really don't want to.
And you haven't jailbroken it yet.
No, I've been lazy with that.
It's that I am looking at you, and you have the chance to play Fire Emblem 4, which might be one of the best RPGs I've ever seen in my life.
I've told this to you multiple times, and I'm going to say it again. Fire Emblem fans are the Mormons of weebs.
Yeah, I can't play Fire Emblem for some reason. I can't get into it.
Now,
I've never played Fire Emblem.
Deadass up. Genealogy of the Holy War is number 4, and I have never seen that game. I had that on emulator, but my computer I had that on broke. And if you make one mistake in that game, in the early game, even if you think it's just benign, it will fuck you up for the rest of the game. Like, every decision in that game counts, and it leads to such nail-biting encounters. And it's so engaging, and I really like it. It's like Shining Force 2, where that game is extremely difficult, mainly because of just how old it is. But it's engaging because it feels like the game is pushing me, and it's getting me to think. And I'm engaging with the game more. It's that we know from our Pathfinder Let's Play that I'm the guy that has the patience for games like Fear and Hunger, and you guys aren't. So that's just my taste.
Yep.
Because the more I'm thinking, the more I'm enjoying the game.
And that's why you like Disco Elysium, I imagine.
Yeah, that's also. And on the other hand, that's also why I just can't fucking stand Dark Souls.
Because it's just, you think it's kind of like mindless compared to something like Fire Emblem, I guess?
It's like, for a character where I'm fighting a boss fight, and the boss animation is the guy flailing his arms. That should deal no damage, and I can't tell when I'm supposed to parry on it. And there's a difference between trial and error and me solving a problem or a puzzle. Where Dark Souls is just slamming my head against a problem over and over and over, expecting something to change, and then nothing ever changes.
Yeah, it's like those. There's a lot of memes like it's like me going in to fight the same boss for the 40th time without ever changing my strategy.
Because I was playing Dark Souls 3 up until I got to Dancer of the Boreal Valley, and by that point I said, you know, I'm done. I'm not putting up with this shit anymore.
Yep. I mean, I still got to fight my way through Dark Souls 1. I gotta stop trying to play a cleric and just play a regular ass sword and shield user, and just
What the
hit
hell were you
things.
going for cleric?
I don't know, because I wanted to play as Colt, but I couldn't.
No, the cleric spells in that game are terrible.
Okay, good to know. I'll start over again and play as just...
You want to play as a sorcerer if you want to go for magic.
All right, fair.
Eldritch Knight.
Yeah.
And we are playing Council of Wyrms today. Once again, none of these pictures are ours. All this stuff is either we got it from Google or it's AI generated, and majority of tokens are AI generated. But here we are. We get to do another one, and we're playing D&D 2E. And I'm starting to figure out what that stat block is supposed to mean. I got stuck on that last session.
Which one?
Oh, is it because in like 2E they didn't really do stats, and it's just like intelligence, moderate, meaning they can talk, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
And it gives you a rough estimate as to what the ability score is supposed to be, but so what I'm figuring is that it's supposed to be like a set standard of values that I'm supposed to be rolling for each of these enemies. And when it comes to saves, oh, by the way, I didn't actually give you your save for your fire belts yet, have I?
For some of us, maybe. Let me take a look.
Yeah, I'm flipping through the monster manual right now.
No, I didn't get a save. I just got damage.
Give me a minute. I'm currently on Dolphin. Draco Lich, dragons in general.
No, I don't think I got a save either.
Yep.
I thought I did, but apparently I didn't.
I know that my breath weapon fire is Dex, and I know that my gas weapon is Con.
Okay. Dragon Hide, Dragon Senses. Okay, you all have... Let me read this. All dragons have excellent senses of sight, smell, and hearing. Their enhanced senses enable them to detect all invisible objects and creatures within a radius of 10 feet. Okay, so you all have blind sight.
Oh, what the fuck? Cool.
Yeah, blind sight of 10 feet.
Where do we put that?
In player notes, I imagine.
Yeah, any place you think that would be important to keep. Alright, Dragon Layers, Dragon Flight.
Do we get Dark Vision as well, or no?
Dark Vision, yes.
Dark Vision.
That's Dragon Table, Dragon Fear. Dragon inspire fear and panic. The mere sight of a younger adult dragon with fewer than one hit die. Automatically flee in panic for this amount of rounds. Dragon's War Mounts. Okay, so you have a chance to inflict fear in people that see you. And then Dragon's Combat Modifier. Where is the breath weapon on this? I'm looking in the monster manual.
Amazing.
What?
I said, holy shit, we're amazing.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you start so strong.
I need to remember how to do my Aurelius voice. I remember it was sort of light.
You can quickly listen to a playback of the video.
I was actually trying to do that earlier, and then I forgot.
I think
Mine's
I
easy.
only spoke like this because I know
Head
over
on.
time my voice gets deeper, and soon, by the end of the game, I will be this.
Mine's super simple. I just repeat the last word that I ever say.
Yeah.
Looking at everything here.
I love playing characters that are dumb. I don't
Alright,
have to
breath
talk
weapon,
much.
I have it.
It is fun.
Okay.
Let me...
A dragon's breath weapon is a 5-foot... Okay, so just give me an example for a black dragon. Okay.
Yes,
Oh,
I
I need
am.
to
Look at me go.
This must save versus the breath weapon for half damage. What's the save? Okay. Okay, blast mat at 5th level plus its combat modifier off. Getting a new song out. I'm looking at the mods for this and it's just not giving me a modifier for this at all.
Ah.
You get rest and spit that bird out.
Okay, so I'm looking at this.
Yes, okay, there we are. I have my Aurelius voice.
Yeah, what, you pulled up the reference for it?
Yeah, I did. And now it's going to be on the playback, and it's going to be awkward for everyone listening. Why? Because fuck you, that's why.
We're not caring too much. We're not too worried about
Take that.
production values.
No, all we care about is the authenticity of the game. That's what matters. It doesn't.
Okay,
well,
it says
that's the issue.
it says to save, and then it just doesn't give you what the save is. Because I'm looking at the stat block for an adult blue dragon, and even with a stat block like that, it just doesn't tell you what the save is.
It might tell you somewhere in the beginning of the chapter.
Find a place to put my empty monster can. Hang on.
And now it's
Sometimes they do
impossible to look up shit for D&D 2nd edition anymore, because when you type in 2nd edition D&D, it gives you 2nd edition Pathfinder instead.
Yeah, that's... Speaking of 2E Pathfinder, the next, what is it, supplement has a dude who looks a lot like Maui as one of the iconic classes. I'm like, I don't know what the class is, but I'm intrigued.
What? What did I
Yeah,
miss?
it's like a Polynesian themed class, I think, or at least Polynesian themed
That would be a good
iconic
adventure
character.
module.
That does seem kind of neat. It'd be like a sequel to Ghost of Saltmarsh or something.
Did you ever play Legend of Zelda Wind Waker?
Yes.
I did not.
A D&D game like that, where it's like sailing from island to island, and there's just constant new stuff to discover on each of the islands.
That would
That's
be pretty
Skulls
neat.
and Shackles.
That exists already?
That is literally that game.
Is that 1st or 2nd edition?
That's first.
Alright. Okay, so D&D 2E explanation. It's giving me a third-party link. Thank you for your image. The resolution is so small I can barely see it. Well, it's giving me... Huh. Alright. Well, now we know all the different weapons that are in D&D 2E, but that's not what I'm looking for. Attackers, defenders. No, I'm not looking for that either. Chainmail. Why are you giving me every bit of information except for what I'm looking for? I'm about to say fuck, and I'm about to make up a save. I'll count to 30 if I don't find that by the time you reach 0. I'm just making it up.
All right, no problem.
I look at all these forums, and it's people saying, hey, do you want us to save for this? And people just keep responding with, I don't know, I don't know. Don't respond to the fucking forum if you don't have anything to contribute to it.
See, that's my favorite pastime.
Oh, what?
This
Saying
not
I
being
had the
helpful.
same problem too, and that's it.
No, it's more like I'll like get into depth with it. I'll make this a long response, and then the overall gist is I have no idea what the hell is the problem.
All right, that's 30 seconds, but that's cruel as shit, but it's also hysterical.
I'll go into depth about what you could do and be like, oh, in the end, I couldn't figure it out either.
I'm saying fuck it, I'm making up a number.
Oh, that's funny.
Alright.
Well, I mean, since it's a breath
So-
attack, shouldn't it be like 10 plus our dexterity?
I'm making it up. I'm pulling up D&D 5e rules right now. Alright, there we go. We're using Dragonborn.
8 plus con modifier. Okay.
Plus
Plus
your pro
proficiency. And that's for all breath weapons?
That's roll for breath weapons because I can't fucking find the information and I'm done looking for
Have
it.
you?
My
Try to
con
pull
is
that.
shit, but my proficiency... Where is my proficiency at? Where the fuck is my proficiency?
I don't think that's the thing in this either, so I think it's just 8 plus your constitution modifier.
Oh, well, that's fucking dog shit!
Yeah.
Have you tried Control S?
Shut up.
Yes. And we
Control
have
F is a very
specific...
valid.
Oh yeah, sorry. I thought you were saying press F to pay respects for having
No,
a dog
no,
shit
no.
con.
Control F and look up breath weapon DC.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that works.
Can
But
I get
still,
Can I get a big fat F in chat, guys?
yeah. But no, that means both my breath weapons have a dex save of 8 and a con save of 8. That's dog shit.
Yeah.
God damn it. If I'd have known that, I would have dumped con.
Why did you dump constitution?
Because I want to be really good in combat.
That's
I
the
love-
one ability you never forsake in any iteration of D&D.
I love dumping con on sorcerers.
Hey, look,
My
I've done
favorite
it.
pastime.
I've done it on a fighter. Okay, I've done it on a fighter.
Yes,
Wait,
and how many times did you go down in combat in that game? Because I was the guy who ran it.
A lot, a lot.
Oh no, I dumped Dex. That's the one I dumped.
Yeah. Like, I dumped Dex in my Storm King's Thunder game until I got, like, an ability score improvement. I had a -1 Dex for, like, the first 3 or 4 levels. I was hurting. I made it so it's, like, my character had, like, a bum knee, which is why his Dex was so shit. So that means...
They have
also,
so many lycanthropes in this game. Holy crap.
in 2nd edition?
Yeah.
That's kind of sick, though.
And multiple enemies that fall into the mist category.
If we ever do, like, just a regular-ass 2E game again, then I'm gonna piss you off and play as Cult again.
I was also thinking about other games we could run in the future. And I was looking at Warhammer 4th Edition. Warhammer
Oh,
Fantasy
no.
4E. And I was thinking, not doing Warhammer, but doing, like, Berserk using Warhammer system.
That means I'd need to read Berserk. And I
No,
can't
you actually
read.
don't need to. Like, not the less you know about that, the better it would be, because you would have no idea what you would be going up against,
Oh,
and that
boy.
would work for the horror of the story.
I mean, I was okay with doing, like, Fallout. Fallout would be sick.
Yeah, of course, because you love Fallout.
I do. Even though Chad's gonna hate me for this, but I've never finished Fallout New Vegas. It's one of those games where, like, I'll play it for 2 weeks, drop it, and then forget where I was, and then I go back to it a week later, and I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. I'm gonna restart the save.
And you were side with the wrong faction every time.
That was
What,
me
the
with
NCR?
Elden Ring.
I like the NCR.
Yeah, me and you talked about this in the car. The Caesar's Legion is the one you always go for.
No.
So,
Yeah.
what I'm looking
You
at,
need-
there's. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you always go for Caesar's Legion, because that's the only group faction in that game that's making progress. The NCR and Mr. House aren't going anywhere. Caesar's Legion is expanding as you play the game.
Well, I mean,
So,
go ahead.
I'm looking through this book, the Council of Wyrms,
Yes.
and I typed in breath weapon into the search bar, and it's not doing it by DC, it's doing it by AC, armor class.
Oh.
Armor
okay.
class. Oh, so it's an attack roll.
Yeah, so, what page is this? Page 6 out of 170. I'm pretty
I'm
sure
gonna leave
this
this up to you guys. Do you want this to be a save that I roll, or do you want this to be a hit dice roll?
Given how shit my save is gonna be, I'm okay with it being an attack.
Okay.
I'll do this.
Yeah, pull it up on the screen. All right. So who wants what roll? What rule?
Then again, I don't know if this is the right one. I'm assuming it is.
So you have found a pirated copy on the internet.
I don't know what you're talking about. 100% legal. Bought it, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Oh shit. You're doing things.
No, you're looking at the damage it deals.
Yeah, but right next to it says AC.
No, that's just you're looking at AC. That's your character's AC.
Oh, is
Or
it?
dragon you pick.
Oh,
Yeah, because I have the book with me. That's the AC for each type of dragon you play as.
That's rigged.
That
So
kind
it
of
is
sucks.
safe. Well, granted, how much damage you're dealing out the gate, I don't think it's that big of an issue,
Yeah, I suppose not.
given that you have multi-attack and everything. And I need to pull up the attack calculator in another tab to make sure I'm doing combat right.
Guys, what's my THACO?
Alright.
That's a joke, guys.
I have no
Yeah,
idea.
you already have that. I was going to kick your ass if you forgot that number.
I think I had mine
Okay.
written
Wait,
down.
hold on. Yeah, it's 20, right?
Yes.
Where was that?
Yeah, your 2-hit armor class 0 at this point in the game is 20.
You put it somewhere. Was it game chat? Pretty sure it was game chat.
Yeah, it was game chat.
What riveting
Is that
gameplay.
already- I already
Yep.
made the joke. What's my back go?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep. There's that lovely chart. I'm going to keep it open in another tab to make sure I'm keeping track of combat. And if anyone is still watching now, we're going to start playing.
Ah! Joke's on you.
Just on you, fucker. I wasn't watching from the get-go.
Oh yeah, absolutely not.
We're just
Stop
background noise, guys.
Streaming. Okay. All right.
Well, that's the point of a podcast at any point in time.
Yes. All right. We begin from where we left off last session, and getting this song set up. Yeah, I'll just have Chrono Trigger for the time being. As we are traveling, trying to find out where Fedorov is, because he's heading for the meteor that has crashed into the lake, we have come across a menhir. We don't quite understand what we're looking at, so we're looking for a druid who can probably explain to us what we're looking at. We are currently to the east of Mothur, and see that there is a town nearby. We've decided that we want to fly over there. So that is where we currently are. The
Yes.
four of you are still flying. And we pick up from where we left off last session. So, who wants to give me some character interaction?
Alright, so the plan is we go to the town, we look all scary and things, and we demand that they bring us their most powerful druid. And if not, we will burn the village down. Simple.
Alright, that seems like a plan.
World's calmest red dragon.
You're awfully calm today. Right.
So I'll let the murder melt in his mouth.
Actually, I'm going to turn the bot down a little bit. It's kind of loud.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just that song in particular is just cranked up in terms of decibels. Oh, right. I probably should drink this before it gets too hot. I have a shot of tequila with me. Let's do it. And you've already finished your drink, haven't you?
No, I had a monster, dude. I didn't get a beer because I wanted to stay awake for this. Because I don't know
What
why.
flavor?
It's really just regular piss and battery acid flavor.
Yeah. No, you're not. The only good flavor is the coffee flavor.
I don't like coffee to begin with, unless it's a coffee stout, but that's a different thing entirely.
Alright. Ryan, you tell a joke while I do the shot. Okay.
So the other day I was talking to a buddy of mine, and I looked at him. I was like, "Hey, this booth is really pissing me off." And he's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "I guess you could call me Summer because I'm heated."
What the what?
Another day, again, the booth was pissing me off, so I went up to the same coworker and I said, "I guess I'm having chicken tonight." He looks at me, he goes, "Why?" And I was like, "Because I'm in a foul mood."
Oh, god damn it. That's a terrible joke.
I imagine Osmotrios is making these jokes as you're flying.
He's like, "I don't know why I speak to you." I'm like, "It's because you like me." I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about. I really scrambled for those."
Shut up, Osmotrios.
Alright. We continue to fly, and I will drop you off outside of the village in question. So, we are credit to 2 Minute Tabletop for making all the great D&D assets.
Very nice.
But
Okay.
yeah, it really is a lifesaver when it comes to making games.
Cool. So, here we are outside of this sleepy little village that is about to have the worst fucking day of their lives.
It is currently 10 in the morning. As, let's see, taking your tokens, drop them off. Here you are. Here's everyone. Apparently for saves too, I'm supposed to look at the enemies. They don't have our challenge ratings, they have hit dice. I'm supposed to roll accordingly to that. So the amount of hit dice a creature has, the stronger that creature is. That's their version of armor class.
All right.
No, when I say armor class, challenge rating.
All right.
So all of you fly up, and this is a human town. I'm going to need some human guards. You fly over here. As you're approaching, you see a few humans look at you, and they have their swords and spears raised at first as you fly up, and then seeing that you are dragons, you see that they immediately turn around and run into the town, closing this gate behind them.
Ha! Look at them, running and cowering in fear.
Oh, that's only appropriate.
After all, you have wings, you can just fly over this gate.
That is true. You guys want to go for it?
Let's do it.
Also, give me my token, please.
See, also, Ham has been muted for a while.
Ham.
That's chapter 2. So chapter 3 must be.
He might be playing with his dog at the moment.
That's true.
Yeah, no, he said he had to go take his dog out.
He's got
okay.
the Corgus.
All good. I don't eat no ham and eggs because the high in cholesterol. All right. Can I? Okay, I got my totem or my token. Cool.
Yes.
We flying over the
Totem.
Yes, my
We've-
totem
we've
is
been-
dragon because I'm a Rokea. Okay, are we flying over
We've
the
been
gate?
playing Werewolf the entire time. You've been
You've been
losing your mind.
fooled.
whoever's
You've been
watching this video.
schmeckledorfed.
We've been playing subliminal messages and white noise in your ear the entire time. This entire video has been a hallucination.
Yes. Okay, so over the gate. Onward.
Alright?
And I will land right here.
See, upon you flying over, see, Aurelius, you look around and yeah, this is a village. You look around, there's only 6 houses. And describe what the village looks like in question. You're in a moor, a very English moor. You've been to England before, right, Kyle?
For a brief bit. I didn't travel. I traveled more in Ireland and Scotland than I did in England.
How much fog is in Scotland?
A lot.
Yes, that's what you're looking at right now. It's a lot of grass that's constantly wet and fog everywhere, and the ground is always a little bit moist.
All right.
And you have not seen the sun in 11 days.
Well,
We
no.
live in this
I saw the
village.
sun in the little artificial hole in the fucking mansion that the father left us.
That
When we
vacation in Glasgow, I didn't see the sun for 11 days straight.
And I got back and I couldn't tell if you were talking about Scotland or Seattle.
Both.
They're basically the
We're in a
same,
moor.
except one is full of very gruff individuals who are pissed at everything, and the other's full of people who drink coffee. And nothing but coffee.
They do have a nice Chinatown. I would like to visit that.
Oh, Seattle?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I'll pull it up for you.
Do we know if this village is more or less friendly to dragons and
No, they were scared of you.
They ran.
Oh.
They ran right into the gate as soon as they saw us and closed it. So I flew in, and now I'm about to make my demands, or make our demands. Pardon me.
Yeah, I'm gonna back up Aurelius because that's what a good brother would do.
Yeah, here's that Chinatown for you in usual chat, by the way.
Okay. Oh, that is pretty neat. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You know, surprisingly, DC has a good Chinatown too. They got some great restaurants in there.
Tofu Bahuhu. I
Tova
completely
Bohu.
fucked up that name.
I started listening to that song before I watched. I'm not a huge industrial guy, but that song's pretty good.
Tohu, you feel the need to eat some noodles after this invasion.
Oh dear.
Nice.
Well, perhaps steaming intestines will slake my hunger.
Well, we will eat pasta a la tripe instead.
All right.
Alright? as you jump over the fence, and you're over here, you see the guards on the other side of the gate. As they all turn around, and they all immediately know that this fight is hopeless. There's no way they can fight 4 dragons at the same time. Even if you're just babies, that's way too much.
I'm gonna lean forward with my wings folded out, and I'm gonna say, "Parley."
Parley? Oh, what was you? You want to talk?
Yes.
All the guards are looking around. Tohu and Aurelius, you see people. They're sticking their heads out on the initial commotion. And immediately pull their heads back into your homes as they close the doors.
Now, puny humans, we are the sons of Bastion, and we demand your most powerful druid step out into the moor.
Well, this is going on. Osmotrios.
What?
Osmotrios, you got a hangnail on your index claw.
I'm gonna start
Maybe,
trying to pick at it with my teeth.
maybe we can get it. We can peel it off without ripping off all the skin this time.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Last time was painful.
There's also a Trios is picking his hangnail outside the fence.
I'm using everything in sight. Sharp rocks, the ground.
He's
my
kind of
teeth,
dumb.
even what's his face's tail sometimes.
I used Osmotreus's college fund for this expedition. It's okay. He kind of dumb though.
What was it? Aurelius's?
Yes.
Who's the one that I think it was Colt?
Hmm?
You're Aurelius, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes he'll use Aurelius's tail to try and pick at it too.
Yeah.
And I'll just like slap him with his tail as he's trying to pick off his hangnail.
Use your own tail.
I can't reach.
It's all that. All the knights look at you and say, "A druid." As they all look around, they start sweating. That house. That's where she is.
Well, go and get her. I slap the ground with my mighty paw.
They all step forward. They all start just anxiously looking at each other, and they're all trying to decide who's going to go first.
I point at one of
And-
them and I just say, "Just you. Go."
Very quickly, he just runs across as he heads on over. Aurelius, you notice this, by the way. This little divot in the ground, you can smell something coming from there. It smells like a meat cellar. You can tell from the smell inside. That tequila just hit me.
That's a what?
That tequila just kicked in.
Drink some water.
I have the water bottle right next to me. I'm already halfway through it. So, you notice the smell coming through it. It's beef jerky. These guys are salting their meat in order to preserve it.
Well, now I have leverage.
I'm gonna eat all your beef jerky if you don't give me the druid.
My friends and I will tear through your winter stores if you do not deliver us a druid.
Blostal, what are you up to?
Blostal would probably just be like looking around the village, appraising it, seeing kind of seeing what is up. If like this is the protection of it. It's 4 very scared dudes.
So looking at this, yeah, this is a pretty measly type of village. But given that this place is recovering from a war, maybe there used to be more as you're looking around. No, actually, no, there wasn't more. It's always been like this. So this place was on a map because you know this town existed beforehand. So this town has to have something of importance, but you can't figure out what it is. Why does anyone care about this place?
2, is this within the territory of the wizard of our quote-unquote father, or is this place ruled by another one of the red wizards?
It is ruled by a different red wizard. As I pull out and show you the map. So, to kind of draw district lines, let's see. I don't have a mouse attachment, so I can't exactly crop this, so let's just say, and I forgot to do the new setup. So, this area right here is under the protection of a different wizard.
Mm.
If you see where I'll move the arrow on the map.
Nope, not at all.
I can see it.
I can see it.
Yeah, down here.
Okay.
Yeah, this whole area. Alright, so let me take you back to the map. So, Fedorov does not control this place. As you're looking around, it has to be more than the meat. You can see that Orbelius is sniffing. And he found the meat sealer, and so did you. So there's got to be something else these guys do. Is there a farm nearby? Blue. See, let's get you guys to do a check.
What check are we checking?
Blast all. Blast on everyone else. Let's see, what skill do I want this to be? Okay. I want this to be observation that you roll off of.
Wisdom, I imagine?
Yes.
Alright. D20 plus 1, and fire. Yeah, okay.
If we do D&D 2e again, there's an adventure module I'm thinking of too, called Endless Armies, where you are in Mastica and you fight a massive army of giant ants.
Oh, like it came from the desert.
Oh, I lied to you. It's not wisdom, it's intelligence.
Oh, what? Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh,
Well,
cool.
that plus 2 then. So that would be 13 then for me.
What is
Alright.
5? 2 or 3? -2 or 3?
That would be a -3.
3? Yeah.
And
I
then,
think 12 is
seven-
just even.
15.
Well, none of you seem to see the farm because you're all on the other side of the fence. But as
What is
also,
what's the
That's
modifier
trios.
for a 17?
3.
modifier for 17 is a 3.
It's a plus 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Osmotrios, as you're picking at your hangnail, you look up, and yep, you're looking right at the farm.
I got a 15, not an 18.
Yeah, as you got the 15. So
Oh.
you're the only one who sees it because you rolled the 15 and you're on the other side of the fence.
There's a... Oh, shit. I probably would have been with the party. I'm in research mode.
Yeah, but you were too busy picking your hangnail.
Yes.
It's true. He was too busy picking his thing now. He didn't even see them leave. Hey, guys, there's
So,
a farm. Oh. Where are they?
I was curious as you pick your head up and say this, and you look around and nobody's here.
Oh, I guess I'm
Oh,
heading to the
where
farm.
did I go? Yeah.
Which way was it? This way?
The farm is northeast.
So this way.
Yeah. As Osmotrius, as you're looking, it is a lamb ranch. They farm sheep here.
Those, I ate this morning, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. The sheep are looking mighty hungry. Mighty good right now.
As long as you pick the wool off of them first.
It's like
He'll just
chewing
smell
on
the
a
wool, it's
sock with veal inside, basically.
He's really good at picking
Delicious
hay
sauce.
nails. A couple wolves won't work. Won't bother him.
It's around this time Aurelius, Tohu, and Bluestall, you all look around and realize that Ozma is missing. If you worry, he just does that sometimes.
Do you want me to get him off?
Sure. I believe Tova and I have these covered.
Yeah, so Bostel will fly up and see if he can find where
Osmotrius.
Osmotrius.
Yeah.
went.
Much like a cat, he is in the bushes stalking his prey.
Yes. See, alright. Well, Ozma, roll stealth. Your dexterity modifier and a d20.
So it's very clear where he is. He is a black dragon in a green landscape.
Yep. Yeah, blue stall as you fly up and you see 2 wings and a tail sticking out of a bush.
Amazing.
All right. Bostel will fly down next to him. Why are you hunting? You already ate.
Food for later. Geezer will be happy.
What is the poaching policy of Fae? It's
See,
another
Poaching? Given that the red wizards of Thay, because they're red, I'm going to give them a whole bunch of staunch policies. This is not your food, it's the country's food. And if you eat the food, then you are stealing from the country.
All right.
Wow, this place fucking sucks. Goddamn commies. Now I'm justified in burning this shit-ass village down. Aurelius, the true patriotic American hero fighting the forces of communism.
We will not be using the lawful good, neutral evil kind of alignments. We will instead use the political compass.
Yes.
Oh God.
Because I am yellow, I am now the the arch libertarian, which doesn't fit my character at all because I'm lawful evil.
But no, Lib right and Auth left get along too much. No, we gotta put you in Auth right.
Well, that means I should have been the blue dragon.
Yeah, you are the monarchist.
And I am King Aurelius.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I spent a good couple minutes searching this book. And the only thing that I could come up with is the opponent makes a save, but it won't tell you what save.
Yeah, exactly. So I
I
just
think-
want to say it's a dex save.
Here, why
going
don't you-
off of?
I think it has something to do with the way the saves are.
Yeah, I think I'm supposed to look at like something like the wizard step
Yeah.
like too.
Bro, why don't you message Sean? Maybe he knows.
Yeah, Sean, well, I've been messaging Sean and he has been very slow in replies.
Well, I mean, he's probably taking care of it. He's taking care of his
yeah.
son, so, or his daughter.
Yeah,
so
he's real dad hours.
yes.
Yeah.
I need to send him
He's
that
probably
beer.
fighting
I
for
told him
sleep.
I was going to.
So, Aurelius and Tohu, as you are outside intimidating all these guards, eventually the druid comes out. Let's see, and behold, here she is.
Excellent.
As you see a woman that is very fascinated with the color green, it seems. She steps out, and she's got what looks like a little laurel headdress as she steps out. Posting the full picture in game chat.
Do you want me to put it up for the viewers?
Go ahead.
She looks
I now
pissed.
need to be very stingy with how much I use open art because now they're demanding I pay them.
Oh,
I
really?
only have so many. I now have only so many credits. So, Night Cafe still allows you to make stuff for free, but like
It's not as good.
3 or so. It's like 3 pictures a day, and for some reason they just can't model a face without cropping out the top of the head.
That's really weird.
Yeah, so it's a way worse algorithm, but here it is. So she steps out, and she looks at the dragons, and looks at the guard, and then she's very visibly thinking, why did the guard put me in front of these dragons? And she steps forward to the two of you. Well, it's good to see you. I should introduce myself. I am Orsina.
Could you spell that?
Orsina.
And her name is Orsina!
Well, you came close.
Her time is now.
Damn
Yes.
it. 2015 was such a bad year for memes.
What are you talking about? It was great.
That was not Harambe. That's all I need to say.
Hey, no. The death of Harambe started the downfall of Western civilization. That is a watershed
Yes.
moment in our nation's history.
Let's celebrate the death of an animal. That'll be a fun meme.
Well, we're not celebrating, we're mourning his loss. There's
No,
a
you
brutal
weren't.
death metal band with an acronym so long I can't remember it, that wrote a song called Dicks Out for Harambe.
I love the Danny Trejo one.
Yeah.
Least
Dicks Out for
least
Harambe.
least favorite meme.
What are you doing?
Alright, so there we go. We got the druid. Druid achieved.
Excellent. Orsina, you need to come with us.
You see that just saying that incredibly worries her. As she looks back at the guard, then back at you. Where are you taking me?
To the pillars. We believe you know how to use them.
Pillars, okay, and then what happens after that?
Well, if you cooperate, you may come back to your puny village. Resist us, and we destroy everything.
So you see she, very timid nods, and then steps forward and says, okay, how are we getting to these pillars?
Aurelius will look at Tova Bohu, and then I'm 7 feet tall, right?
Yes, 7 feet long.
I'm going to grab the druid and then lift off into the sky.
Alright. Bluestall and Ozma, as you're having a conversation about sheep, you look over behind you. The sound of wings catches your attention. You see Aurelius begin to fly.
We have the
We
druid!
gotta go.
Damn it.
You can come back for the sheep.
Really?
Yes, someday we will come back for the sheep.
Got it.
Imagine your eyes
I'll start-
lighting up as you say that.
He'll start flapping his wing to take flight.
All right, with druid captured, if everybody good to go?
Good here.
All right, we are going to take her back to the dream pillars. At least I think so.
Tahu, you ready?
Ye.
Yes.
Right. Taking back to the map.
Well, Tova and Tohu are two different things.
Yeah.
So it was
So-
like right over here,
so-
I think, somewhere in there.
It's a Tahu-va-boohoo. But
Zaboomafoo.
Alright, looking at everything here. Let's see.
Did
Let's
we
play some Final
watch that
Fantasy VI music for a minute. I type in Final Fantasy VI music and instead get Final Fantasy VII music.
show?
That's the curse of Final Fantasy VI. Forever in its shadow of its older brother.
That will always be the game that got way too overplayed for me. Because Final Fantasy VII, I'm enjoying it, but it's been so hyped up that I expected it to be a masterpiece, and it's not fitting the expectation I had for it.
See, for me, it's a JRPG, therefore it never exceeds my expectations.
I've never played it.
See, my favorite JRPG is Paper Mario.
Well, this song doesn't fit at all.
No, it doesn't. It's
What
too
the hell are they
groovy.
listening to?
We're committing kidnap of a druid so we can fucking learn how the dream pillars work and then decide whether or not to burn down her village if she cooperates or just straight up kill
maybe-
her.
Decide.
maybe if
I
I
thought
type
we
in
already
VI.
decided that we were.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're going to return her,
Uh,
and in return, we're going to raid their stores, burn down a couple of houses, and let them
Yeah.
live.
yeah, this is the wrong song. This
Take
is
a
the right
shit.
song. Okay.
What song
Right.
is it?
Edgar and Sabin's theme.
Uh,
Or is it Sabin?
Evidently,
Pam,
people-
you played Final Fantasy VI. You would know.
I don't know. Actually, on that one.
I don't think there is a pronunciation guide for that either. Alright. We're here. It is now noon as you fly back. And you drop the druid off. We are back at the Menhir.
Now, show us how the Dreamstones work.
As you
Dreamstones.
see, she's very scared of all four of you. As very cautiously she's walking over. She gets into the middle of the circle. Osmotrius, you are very happy to be here.
Yep, he's doing his classic dance that he was doing last time. Just jumping
See.
around, twirling.
Behold, I multi-classed into druid.
You what?
Is Orsina looks around. Oh, I see what these are supposed to be. Looking at these, the time of day, it gives you a rough estimation as to how to use their power. I will need about, she thinks about it, 10 minutes, about the length of an hourglass, before I can get something for you.
I will insight that.
Alright, roll wisdom.
All right. Fuck.
See. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Fine. But no tricks.
You see she sits on her knees and begins saying a prayer to the forest. You want to know something fun about druids in this game?
What's that?
What?
It's not a class, it's a subclass. For the
Really?
priest.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of
There
neat.
were only four classes back in the day.
Wow.
Yeah.
And,
Blosteel will very intently watch this ritual and glean whatever he can from it.
Right? See that she is focusing, and because I know 5e and I'm still getting used to 2e, it's very similar to primeval awareness what she's using.
I've never used
So
that.
she's getting, because you're a bad druid ranger, that's why.
Yeah, I know.
You see that she is getting in touch with the mojo of nature, that she's focusing on the trees and the sky and the grass beneath her knees and the soil beneath that. She's focusing and saying a little prayer to the forest, asking for guidance. While she's getting attuned, does anyone have anything they want to do during this time?
I'm just going to watch her very carefully in case she does some funny shit.
Blosteel will take notes of what she is doing.
Osmotrios is chasing a butterfly.
Fucking Spyro.
Delicious butterfly. Delicious butterfly.
He'll never catch it, but he's trying.
And Tohu, what are you up to?
I'm gonna hunt myself down a rabbit.
All right. While you're doing that, roll survival. Where that would be, yeah, but the D&D 5e Instinct 610. Do you have tracking as an ability?
No.
All right, roll wisdom.
And is a 12 a +1?
It is.
Okay, so
Right.
that's 16.
Tohu, we found something better. We found a doe. We found a deer.
A female deer.
Okay.
Sing the song as you hunt it.
I will sing the song, and then I will come screaming out of the sky like a bolt of lightning and just pounce on this deer.
As you enjoy the miracle of murder as you sing the music of... Was it The Sound of Music?
Yep. Ray, the guy who sells me beer.
Yeah.
Me, the one who drinks my beer.
And behold, there is no contest, there's no combat encounter, there's no initiative. Because you are a dragon, there's no question that you kill it.
GG Brandy.
Okay.
Wonderful, you got blood in your teeth, you got gore in your eyes.
You want to see burnt, dead bodies.
I want there to be an Alice's Restaurant compilation. If we ever become popular as a channel, I want there to be an Alice's Restaurant compilation.
I'm sure there will be eventually. I don't know when, but it'll be down the road a bit.
We need to reach Oni Plays levels of popularity first.
Nah, it's gonna be a minute.
That's gonna be a bit. See, what we could do is you could just have me talk like Zach the whole time, and it'd be exactly the same fucking thing.
Zach Imposter.
Yes.
You see that Orsina opens her eyes. I believe I understand what nature's trying to tell me.
What is it?
I'm getting a reading, and the trees, nature itself, it's telling me that there is something that has fallen into one of its lakes, and it came from the moon, and it has something to do with, before I say this, are any of you religious?
I don't think so.
Oh, what's that?
Perhaps. Maybe. I haven't quite figured that out.
It has to do with Io, the goddess of all the dragons.
Goddess of the Elder Dragons, you say?
And from what I understand, from what nature's told me, Io was the first of the dragons, but she split herself into 3 different dragons. They're known as Bahamut, Sardior, and Tiamat.
I see. When we rested here the previous evening, we received a vision of...
What? Actually, let me check my notes, make sure I'm doing it right. Let's see. Tons of fire around here. Oh.
We saw a vision of a dragon with 5 heads that had lit the world ablaze, and she said to find her. Which of the 3 is that?
Thinking about which ones they are. Bahamut from... she presses her fingers to her temples. From what I'm being told, he wouldn't do something like that. And Sardior is more interested in observing than action. So I believe the dragon you saw by process of elimination would be Tiamat.
I see. So, back to our original query.
He's going to step up closer to her and kind of lean his head down in front of her.
How do we get the pillars to work?
Well, I'm afraid they only respond to people who are attuned to nature. It's it took me a long time to become attuned as well. It takes years of prayer and meditation in order to become one with the natural world and to be able to speak to spirits and to the animals and to the trees. It's a very long process, but if you need a mentor, I could try to teach you.
Gracious of you, human. But if this Tiamat can visit us in our dreams through this pillar, and she herself is dragon, perhaps maybe she would be a more fitting tutor.
Well, she is a goddess, but um, do you think there might be a waiting line for people who want to speak to their goddess? I mean, if she's on the material plane, then from what you're saying about your vision being true, are there not other dragons waiting to speak to her?
Oh, my brethren and I will make our presence known.
Oh,
Yep,
well,
yep. Presents no.
well,
Could you tell which lake this thing crashed in?
oh, yes, I do know what lake this uh, meteor crashed into. It's Lake Thylambar.
Lake Thylambar. Is that where our guy went?
Oh, wait, no, I gave you the wrong lake.
It's like
It's the Alamber Sea.
Embassy.
That is where father is. Perhaps if we find it, this Tiamat, we can finally get her attention. And she can show us how to attune ourselves to this site.
Aurelius is going to like present a claw as if to threaten her, and then gently glide it along her chin.
You've done well, human. Any other queries, brethren?
Which one of the Thayan wizards control your village?
Which one of the wizards?
Yes.
Well, the wizard who runs our village. He's not the nicest of man. His name is. Let's see, pulling up the name. It is. Pulling it up. Josiah Pamel.
Josiah Pamel. Alright.
I see. And where can we find this Josiah?
If you really want to speak to him, I can tell you where he resides.
I'm waiting.
He lives on the Eastern Way in the town of Solespar. Oh, sorry, I'm saying it wrong. Solzepar. Like that. That's how you spell it.
Very good. Well,
From what we understand, he is the Archwizard of Agriculture.
being the wizard who controls the food must be exhausting.
Yes, he's the one who oversees the farmland and the distribution of food.
Are you hungry, brothers?
I just ate.
You just see Tohu step back as he's got blood dripping out of his mouth.
So much for rhetorical questions.
Aurelius is going to turn around, look at the druid. Just out of character, does anybody else have any other questions for her?
None here.
All right, so we know
Not I can
that.
think of.
What's up?
Not that I can think of.
Meep, anything?
What's that? Sorry.
Any further questions for the druid before we take her back to the village? Because she did what we said.
No, I don't think so.
And so we said that we would let them live, but we didn't say we would let them live in peace. Now, did we?
That is true. We did not.
Well, Oracina, I believe you've earned yourself your life today. Your information has been invaluable. Time to take you home.
And Aurelius will grab her and lift off again.
Back to the village.
All right, let's see. He takes flight. And everyone else follows.
Yeah.
Sure do.
Right. Taking you back. As all of you fly back over here. Yep, here we are. As you all fly over.
Aurelius will let the druid down. Look around town. Huh.
Well, my brethren and I thank you for your cooperation. Although, we said we would let you live. We never said we'd let you live in peace.
And I'm going to light this house on fire.
All right. As you breathe on it, yep, this big blast of hot air comes out of your mouth. As I believe with the gold dragon, it's just a pure wave of heat that you spit out.
Yep. Oh, I thought it was actual fire. Okay.
Yeah. Tahu Vabuhu gets the fire. You get the microwaves.
Okay, so I basically melt the house.
But there's no one
Yeah.
in that house, right?
See, well, as it's melting, you see people run out from the other side of it.
Okay.
Feel good to do bad things.
Let's
You
hit
flex your
damage.
power and set that house on fire.
Yep. I think this is it. There we go.
Osmos Trios would run into this building trying to collapse it.
Just headbutt it to death.
Yeah.
You run along, you do your best Spyro impression, and ram your head right into it.
He's
And
essentially
yeah, the
a
brick,
dumb Spyro.
and the brick does crack, and it crackles, and top of your head. Give it a rub. Let's do it again.
Yep, absolutely.
It's,
Until somebody either tells them it's not going to work or until the tower collapses.
yeah. You just start making a small hole in the tower with your headbutts.
He kind of dumb, not gonna lie.
And with that, my 5 goes down to a 4. Ha ha!
Wait,
The
what
brain
did-
damage. Tohu and Blue Stall, anything from you?
Wanton destruction's not really his style, though he will make a note of how many people in this village see what's going on.
So, judging from households, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 people who live here.
20 people. All right.
Yeah. So it'll take all day to build that house again.
Yep. Just so they don't forget. The Brethren of
So just the
Bastion.
one house.
I'm gonna make an example of them to see what happens when they fuck with us. I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna perch on this house right here.
As all of them are freaked out by you now as you flex your power and you climb up on top of this house with a straw roof. There's no shingles, it's just straw.
We are the brothers of Bastion. Forget us not, for we shall return.
Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, yes, you're the masters, yes.
Return.
We probably should have announced who we work for, but all right. Yes, burn down a village and then claim who owns it in a very rival society. It'll
If
go
you
well.
wish to send a complaint, this is our manager.
As we go to fly off, I'm taking a sheep with me.
Take over a single sheep.
A quick bite to the neck to kill it, and then just fly off with it.
As you fly away, and he'll be having lamb chops for lunch. So, who's something from you?
Just flap up next to the melting house. I'm not really interested in spreading random acts of destruction.
As you look at it, and yep, it's sizzling, it's burning, but there's not many flames. Tohu, you know, if you were the one who set the fire, there would be a roaring bonfire, and it would be beautiful.
All right, I'll get that house flaming in a jiffy.
And there you go, you spit the fire, and now we have a bonfire. Now we have a smokestack.
Last thing I think Blasteel will do as he's going out, just because he sees everyone fucking with this one house in particular, just does the calls down a lightning breath.
See, by the way,
And probably scream out, "Fuck whoever owns this house! You have displeased us."
with you saying that, so Kyle, I found a new fun thing you can do.
Did you?
You can wrap a copper wire around a rock, and then you can throw it into the middle of a power station,
Fucking what?
and it makes a sound
Yeah.
when you do it.
Why do you know that?
Because it
I
popped
know
up.
the exact video you're talking about.
So yeah, Blue Stall, that's the sound it makes when you do your lightning breath. It sounds like a gunshot more than like electricity. So you spit the lightning breath and you split the wood. Man, it's a walking Tesla gun.
Yep.
Anything else we'd like to do to these poor townspeople?
I'm just gonna kick over the top of this roof as I'm flying away.
Right, poke a hole in it.
Just kick it over.
You screw you if it rains.
Yep. I'm a young
All right.
dragon. I'm doing this because A, I can, and B, we said we let them live, but not in peace.
It. Let's see. I need a weather marker. So, back to the world map we go. As all of you are in the air and all of you have taken flight again. So that lake, we know where the lake is.
Yes,
need
the
to fly to it.
Lambers Sea.
All of you start taking off and start heading for the sea. And then go out to say to each other after a successful pillaging.
Next time, don't announce which Thayan wizard we are under.
And why
If
not?
anything goes bad, they know exactly who it is.
Well, is it not Father's plan to take this land for himself? Are we not simply helping his plan along?
Eventually, but that's politics. You have to do things slowly. And not announce it as you burn down a house.
Slow burn, slow burn.
Plastio will honestly stop in midair and then look at Osmotrios. Like,
What? That is the most surprising thing of today, is that you understood that.
Understood what?
Don't push it too hard.
With a 14, you know what? Aurelia sees some sense in what Blashdal's saying.
I suppose you are right. But you cannot deny it wasn't fun.
At that, he will smile.
Oh no, of course it was fun. If I could, I would have played, what is that, marbles with the sheep and using my lightning instead of, one of the marbles, but yes.
I got a sheep.
You did get a sheep.
All right.
Now he's got
Discreet then.
now he's got wonderful woolen socks he can make.
Now then, further south. I don't believe we should go bother the wizard just yet. First, we find what Father's looking for, and then...
And then what?
And then,
We'll have
we
to
take
find this
Souls apart.
Tiamat.
What up?
Said we'll have to find this Tiamat.
Indeed. Since she holds the secret of the pillars, there's much she could learn us.
I'm having fun doing this whole evil thing, fellas. I should be evil more often.
I told you this and you didn't believe me.
Yeah, that's true. I'm used to being a goody two shoes.
Yeah. It's fun doing the bad thing. I mean,
Good
you love Billy
two
Joel.
shoes.
You know
Good
the song.
two shoes.
Think about this. Does anyone know anything about Tiamat, actually? Now that we actually have the name connection.
Should I roll for
That's a
that?
good question.
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay, I can do that.
I can tell you, I know absolutely nothing.
What? No, I do not. Holy shit, okay.
Wow, that was really good.
Blau knows something.
15, I probably know something too.
Alright. Getting this handout prepared for you too. Looking at all this. So, Tahuva Boohoo and Blue Stall, you would know Tiamat. Now that you're thinking about this, Tiamat. This is the 5-headed goddess of chromatic dragons. Tahuva Boohoo, you'll like to note that the middle head is a red dragon head. Therefore, she likes the red dragons the best, right? But you're thinking about it, and Blue Stall, Tiamat. You know that as of the events of 2E, she still has her own realm, and
Not relegated to Avernus yet.
she doesn't have to landlord from Asmodeus yet. And as you're thinking about it, her realm, yes, this is where all the good chromatic dragons will go when they die. Not good as in good guys, good as in they kill people. And you'll be here and you'll get to work with and serve Tiamat for all eternity. And you'll get to be a spirit dragon, and after you serve her for a little bit, you'll get to reincarnate as another dragon after you've been really good, and then you can cause the chaos all over again. And this is great. Maybe we can ask her for a favor if she's asking for us. If she wants to see us, we can ask her for a favor, and then who knows what's going to happen.
The pyramid schemes of the lower planes.
We have so much stuff we can accomplish.
Perhaps in the long term, once we can prove ourselves as powerful dragons across the land, then perhaps Tiamat will have use for us.
That is a long day off.
For now. Now then, southward, to the sea.
If we do find Tiamat, what would we ask her?
What do you want, bitch?
What's in the bowl, bitch?
Firstly,
I mean, she's looking for us.
she said, "Come and find me," so she knows us.
Osmotrius would ask for a salmon.
Salmon. I would like a delicious salmon dinner.
It's like fucking.
Just one giant salmon. And when I say giant, I mean like I'm sizing this class. The sizing is huge.
Just size class huge, just a massive salmon.
And it's this big, and I'm holding my arms really far apart.
You can make enough bagels and lox to feed all of fucking Pikesville.
I wanted to fill a 4x4 square, or whatever huge is.
That's a big damn fish. Damn, now I want salmon.
Son, I want a big fish.
When I grow up, I want to be one of the harvesters of the sea.
You love
Primus?
Oh, what's the name? Yes, I forgot what the band was
I
called.
love Primus, yes.
My name is Mud.
All of you roll d20.
Alright, cool.
We're gonna have a
Will
random
do.
encounter. I love being a dragon in D&D. I hope nothing crazy and unpredictable happens to me.
Yep.
We were talking about the First Nations in our Wendigo video, by the way.
Yes.
I did not realize how extremely mediocre the housing of the First Nations was.
What do you mean?
Me and our other Canadian friend Ovitz were looking at First Nations homes, and I was looking at these homes, and I swear some of them weren't even mobile homes. They looked like shipping containers that were turned into homes.
That's
Oh,
some
yeah, no,
WEF
it's
shit right there.
Yeah. I think the First Nations could use a little bit more money. Maybe the Wendigo should do that in your games.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Rob a couple of banks.
We're going to steal all this money from Justin Trudeau and funnel it directly into the First Nations.
Yes, get people some decent housing.
Yeah.
And honestly, be a
Because he
noble
keeps-
werewolf game. Robin Hood kind of stuff.
Because he keeps talking about all the justice he's going to bring to the First Nations, and yet he doesn't actually do it.
Oh, of course not. No, it's the classic thing of say not do.
Yeah, because they still vote for him. And because of that, he doesn't actually have to do anything.
Well, I mean, it's either a fucking do nothing liberal arts teacher, Justin Trudeau, or some fucking conservative in fucking Quebec that wants to sell all of Canada's natural resources to Chinese front companies. I don't
As
remember
we
his
know,
fucking
Meepian
name, but
As you know, Meepian would love to chime in, but he's under a social credit system.
not yet. I don't think Canada's there yet.
Yes.
We had a SoCred party in Alberta for years and years, but they no longer exist. So
Yeah.
Good.
I know there's some fucking guy, I don't remember his goddamn name, that one of my other Canadian friends was talking about. I want to try and find out who it is.
And the encounter's been made.
Oh, cool.
Let's see. As you're flying above the sky, the four of you look down and you see that there is a pack of 8 wolves that have surrounded looks like a bear, and they have killed the bear and they're eating the bear.
It's a what now?
This is
Damn.
8 wolves have killed a bear.
I drop the sheep.
See, as you drop the sheep, well, yeah, we can
He's
airdrop
asking
the
that,
wolves.
yeah.
And
He's
it's just
asking
like
if you should.
that'd be fucked as hell. It's like a wolves are eating a bear and a fucking sheep falls on one. It just explodes. Honestly, it'd be kind of fucking hilarious.
There's that gif of the leopard dropping food on top of his mom.
There's also the fucking oh god, I'm trying to remember what it was. There was like this old TV show about like Chicago news station, and they were trying to they were trying to have like a turkey thing for Thanksgiving, and the owner of the radio station thought turkeys could fly, so he starts chucking turkeys out the side of a helicopter.
Oh my
and the
God.
guy's narrating the whole thing. I forget what the
Peter
show
Shay.
is called, but
WKRP in Cincinnati.
that's the one. Oh, my parents showed that to me. It was hysterical.
This video, you got the leopard trying to put food in the tree, and then it falls out of the tree and on top of his mom. You see, everybody keeps saying, "Why do you keep having your panthering big cats act like cats?" It's because the big cats also act like cats, like domestic cats.
They do.
Because whenever something scares them, they jump up like cats do.
Yep. You should sneak up behind a cheetah in the wild and put a cucumber behind it. Be funny as shit.
Watch it jump up and punch his back.
Snap. Nearly. Take it up again, girl.
All right.
I just played the video
Sweet.
for the audience. Okay. So we are going southward, I imagine. Wait, did you drop
Yeah,
the
would
sheep on the
anyone-
wolves, or are we just
No,
flying past
he was
them?
asking, should I drop the sheep?
Honestly, I think that'd be kind of fucking
Drop the
hilarious. We've all
the sheep.
eaten. We're good for like another 4 days, I think.
All right. I'm gonna choose the biggest wolf there, and I'm gonna drop it right on him.
See, as you drop it, and you see all the wolves jump around as they hear something hit the ground. You see, they look over and they smell it. Noticing that sheep, they start eating it.
Oh, I thought I was going to land on one. Damn.
So you
Garrett
start
would be
eating.
pissed.
Seeing that it missed,
Druid.
he's gonna use his breath weapon.
Drop some acid.
So how
Yep.
many?
All over him.
How many breath weapons do we get? Is that just the one per short rest or long rest?
It's one every
Yeah.
3 rounds,
Oh,
Yes.
cool.
according to the book.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
All right, so
I don't know if,
Osmotrius,
I don't
well,
know if
these
Chuck
wolves
has a
won't have to
different
worry
one.
about food for too much longer because you kill 4 of them with the acid breath.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, enjoy eating your sheep, losers.
I aimed it specifically around the sheep, so that the sheep gets melted as well, and they're left with shit.
We're just
All
doing
right.
irreparable harm to the ecosystem. We've already lit a giant forest on fire. We burned a house down in a village. And now we've killed a bunch of wolves.
I bullied
And
some wolves.
Blue Stall, you notice that the ecosystem might already be in trouble because you notice that a bunch of predators are eating another predator.
It's Fae. I cannot imagine the ecology of Fae is good with all the magic going on.
Yeah,
Nope.
probably not.
You think the Anthropocene era is bad in the real world. You just look at Fae back in the year 1100. And this is the big issue with the Fae wizards because the necromancy was not about creating an army, it was about creating a voting bloc that will vote for the same red wizard who revived them.
Jesus.
When you think about necromancy, it's a pretty boring school of magic.
I mean, how boring could it be? You're reviving the dead.
So they can vote for you and then create a housing crisis.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking he definitely wouldn't be a wizard.
Right.
As much as I want.
I have set up a combat encounter, and while I have this finalized, I am going to go pee. Let's not all go at the same time. Alright, you guys stay here and you talk into the microphone. I'm going to pee. I'm going to be back in 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the fucking.
Nothing but silence. Just keep talking as I'm doing this.
I'm trying to remember what the fucking name of that conservative MP was in Canada that was being a dick, but I can't fucking find it.
Oh, it's that one guy with that name.
Yeah.
You're probably there.
That's the one.
Fuck. I mean, I'm not Trudeau's biggest fan, but at least he's not here.
Yeah, no, I've heard about what that dude is. He'd not only would he be fucking terrible for the Canadian economy, but he's also an anti-Semite.
I hadn't heard that specifically, but it doesn't surprise me in the littlest bit.
Granted, I'm getting that information secondhand, so can't trust everything I say either. But then again, I am the dumb American.
This guy is like Donald Trump light.
See, I thought that was Boris Johnson.
I don't know who that is. So
He was the Canadian he was the, or not the Canadian, he was the UK.
I'm here.
He was the UK conservative MP.
If this was 2 minutes of silence, I'm giving you a character of seizure the minute we play werewolf again.
No. We were talking about world politics.
I'm gonna hold you to that as I listen to the playback.
Yes. Don't worry about it.
It went over my head.
Yeah, it's all good. Anyway,
Alright.
so
Are we ready for an encounter?
I thought we just had an encounter, but okay.
Then we're having another encounter.
Oh boy.
Oh no. It's another dragon.
We're gonna have our first authentic combat encounter.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We actually haven't fought anything yet.
Well, that sprite maybe counts.
Yeah.
True.
It was a tutorial
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah. It was very short though. We did kind of light it on fire because the bitch stole my name.
Alright.
Bitch,
Aurelius, Ozma, Blastall, and Tohu, you see, looking down, is that a skeleton moving by itself? You look down, there's a skeleton, and it's walking, and it's got what looks like a sword screwed into its hand, and it's with another one. And they seem to be walking towards something in the woods. You look down, it's a clearing, it's a grassland. As they seem to be approaching something that's sitting in the woods.
Oh. Huh. Walking skeletons. What do I know about walking skeletons?
You know that your father, Fedroff, makes a lot of these. They serve as your servants, all along with zombies. And you know that if they're here, they are the servants of a rival red mage.
Seems the local competition is gathering. We cannot have that, now can we, brethren?
No. That we should deal with.
Let's kill some skeletons.
Alright. I will dive down and I'm gonna strafe these guys with some fire.
Alright, let me get you guys on the map in just a minute.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna use the bathroom myself, actually. So, do you want me to roll initiative real quick before I go?
Oh, well, let me get on the map first.
Alright, bet. BRB.
We remember how to do the initiative for this one, right? For some reason, we gotta pull up a spell.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Spell. Where the fuck are all my spells at?
These guys will be moving at 10 on initiative.
Add. Name a spell. Initiative.
Oh, right, we also need to put you on the screen. Drag your token out before you do that.
Where do we?
You're right here.
No. Where do we click for our initiative again?
It's in the spells for some reason.
I'm gonna do
Yeah.
this.
It's spells, and then it's spell. Do you see like spell book, where it says spells on your sheet?
Yeah. I have nothing in there. So I just
Yeah.
do add.
Yeah, you have nothing there, and it's just nothing there, and you can of course name it initiative, and then you click the initiative, and then it rolls initiative.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then just add my fucking. How do I add my modifier then?
We'll do that manually. Click
Okay.
your token before you do this.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. And is it
Good.
supposed to roll a d10?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
There we go. Remember, you gotta click your shit.
Yep. I did. I
Yeah.
got a 9. All right. I got a BRB real quick.
Alright, Tohu, you have not rolled yet.
Give me a sec.
I just did with a mighty 4.
On my 4. Let's see. Boohoo. Click on this. Roll spells. Spells. There we are. We got you on there. I'm going to put you on the 4. And I need to add your dex mods. Pam, what's been going on with you lately?
Not too much.
We met a
Oh,
man that had the same name as you.
I have not.
It's the same.
And that man broke into your house. And let's see. I'm thinking about this. Have you seen The Big Lebowski?
Yes, I have. I know.
So-
I was wondering if that was a Big Lebowski reference.
Yes. You should tell it if you want to tell that entire movie synopsis as a story. It sounds like the most out of context thing in the world.
But no, that movie is so out of pocket.
It really is really good. I think it's probably not the Coen Brothers' best movie, but it's a pretty good movie. I'll send done.
No, it's a good one.
And thinking about this, Osmotrius, are you the only one in the party that has a positive dexterity modifier?
0 if you count 0 as positives, and yeah.
See, it is 0. All of you drop dexterity.
Yes.
I dropped intelligence and wisdom.
Alright. If this were a D&D 5e role-playing, I'd be very angry with all of you.
Yep. What up?
Nobody has a good dexterity score.
Well, how is my dex actually?
How?
Yeah, no, my dex is shit.
It's-
Yeah.
Okay, so
How did
Is
how'd you click the? How'd you get my name on there?
How do I get your name on it? You gotta click the token.
No, Aurelius. I'm
What?
looking at the turn order and it says my name.
what?
It's-
Oh, that's
token.
weird.
I
Yeah.
didn't see that.
I see my name next to my token, but that's...
Yeah, I see
Yep.
mine next to mine. So
Uh,
I don't know.
It's gone now.
That's a weird.
Oh, okay.
That's a
Weird.
weird roll 20 fuck up.
I don't know.
Fucking roll 20.
Are we ready to fight?
I
Okay,
believe
so all these skeletons are moving out of 10, by the way.
I mean, spell rolled a d10, so
Here we go. Upon seeing you land, all these skeletons turn around, and seeing 4 new enemies start making their way over to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I found this image off of Pinterest, and here it is.
those are funky looking skeletons.
Would you like to try to observe and see what is everyone's intelligence?
17.
5.
14.
So what are you at?
Intelligence is 12.
Alright. So Aurelius and Blowstall, you're able to make out that these are orc skeletons.
All right. Does that mean they are resistant to anything, or do we not know?
It means they would, well, them being skeletons, they take double damage from bludgeoning damage. After stats up in my hand, Aurelius, your move.
All right. Aurelius will lift off, and how much flight speed do I have?
See, look at this. The
90 feet?
number I gave you is yards.
Oh. So wait, 90 yards?
Yeah, 90 yards.
So that's 120 feet of flight.
No, I think you already converted it into feet. Okay, so yeah, you have 90 feet of flying speed.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, I'm going to go at 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and I am, say... Let's see, my breath weapon is 90 feet. And so, from this point, I'm going to start. I'm going to do a strafing line through here. 50 feet this way. Actually, is that... Okay, hang on, let me... Oh, fuck, I fucked it. Hang on. So from here, I flew this way. That's 25 feet. So 25... Yes.
If you don't have Dragon Flight, you can't do fine turns.
Wait, what?
You know your combat proficiencies, right?
Yeah, my aerial combat is one of my combat proficiencies.
Do you have Dragon Flight?
Wait, what? That's a different fucking proficiency?
Yes.
How the fuck? Well then, no. God damn it.
If you don't have that, then you can't make fine tuning turns while flying.
Oh, okay. So I can still just do a straight line strafe like that, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do, so that's 25. Let me make sure I'm measuring this right. 60, 75. Yeah, I'll do that. Actually, there we go. Right there. So I'm going to strafe these guys with the breath weapon and then land back here.
Seeing where this is. Alright, roll your damage dice.
Alright. Fire.
Let's see how much damage this is going to deal. Alright, well, you dealt more than... Even if they make that save, it's more than they have hit points, so 4 of those die.
Were we still doing the save?
Yeah, but at this point it doesn't matter because even if they make the save, it still kills them.
Alright, and I think that ends my turn because I'm sitting down here.
It does. Osmo Trios, your move.
I muted myself. Let's see. I can move 12 feet or 12 yards.
See,
or I can move
you
30
moved
feet with
12 yards. Yeah.
I'm flying, so.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pick this guy up and toss him into his buddy.
All right.
Back at it again, just throwing shit.
I mean, yeah.
Make a strength roll. A d20 plus your strength.
So this is gonna be it's an 18 plus 3, I think.
18 is plus 4. Yes.
Plus 4. All right. 9.
All right. A 5. Seeing what this goes.
Plus 4 is 9.
Plus 4 is 9.
Yeah.
Yep, you grab him.
Sweet. Would I be able to throw him as the same action, or do I have to wait till my next turn?
Given that I have multi-attack, yes.
Okay, sweet. Then I'm just gonna toss him at this other guy.
Alright, upon doing that, let's see. That is Yep, you destroy both of them.
That was easy.
Yep. Toho Vabuhu and Blostal, you're thinking, well, my brothers just took all the kills. Where are the kills for me? Don't worry.
There's more.
Oh
Got some coming
no,
out of the tree line.
Blaster would be looking around because a bunch of skeletons all alone is kind of suspicious.
Yeah, well,
We have
it's a
more-
little sus.
More skeletons over here. And let's see, get these guys in a formation. And more over here. Alright.
Oh no,
Jehovah
we've been
Boohoo.
baited.
Your move.
Okay, what's my fly speed?
Flying speed, the number I gave you, convert that to yards, so that is times 3. And that'll be feet.
Okay,
So I think why did I give you 12?
I don't see it.
Because I think what you should be moving at, that's 12 times 3, so that is
36.
Yes. And that would be your base walking speed. That would be about 7 spaces walking. And given that you have very similar sets to the Gold Dragon, I think you have 90 feet in terms of flying speed.
Okay. Actually, I want to be over here, and that should be very easy to accomplish. I throw a cone of fire on top of these 4 skeletons on the bottom here.
Read to everyone at home what the shape of your cone is.
Did I write that down? I did
Is it
not.
60 feet?
Yeah, it's a 60-foot cone.
Yeah, it's a 60-foot cone, so you would be... Yeah, you definitely get all these guys.
Okay.
Let's see. Alright, roll that damage.
Literally out here like the evil American dragon, Jake Long.
13 points.
Yep, that's more than they have hit points, even if they make the save.
Nice. D ain't shit.
See, as you end up killing all of these guys, now Blostal, will you be able to keep up with your brothers?
That is the question. Blasto is going to actually look around to see if there's anything else. As would he know if like usually skeletons have some sort of overseer, or like are they usually in it by themselves?
Typically, they're given orders where they follow very simple instructions, as in, go out, kill this, come back.
Yeah, he'll fly down. Or what is my fly speed? Do I have that recorded? 40-foot space in the air. Alright, so Blasto will go 40 feet. 40 feet. Right there. So go to there, and then I forget, is mine a cone or a line? Mine's a line. Last duel will do that going toward the ground, and then ready up to launch his lightning breath at these things the second they get into a more favorable position, so he doesn't hit just one.
All right,
And that'll be Blasto's
holding
turn.
attack action.
Yep.
All right. So you're keeping your attack action held. Top of the round. Let's see. Skeletons just can't wait to die. Again, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. And we've got a few more. Let's see. Open up from back here. Let's see. Got a few more skeletons for you, so we don't end too quickly. Imagine if we were doing this live, I had to have all these skeletons just physically present.
Yeah, I mean, like it. My sister's girlfriend, when she does the DMing, she has like a whole bag of just regular NPC figurines that she puts on the battlefield. So.
Alright. Skeletons have moved. Aurelius. 3 turns until your breath returns.
Yep. I have that marked down. So.
Alright.
That's the case. The numbers know no end, brother. Okay. So I have a bite and I have my claw. And so because I have proficiency in bite and claw, that means I can do both in the same turn, or how's that go?
Looking at your proficiencies, you have, in terms of your proficiency, bite, claw. So it's 1 bite, 1 claw when you multi-attack.
All right, sounds good. So if that's the case, then I'm going to run 30 feet over to here. And I will bite this skeleton right here.
Alright.
Roll to hit. And fire. Strength bonus. Dex bonus. None. Miscellaneous bonus. None.
Your Theco is 20, and your armor class to hit is 7. With an AC of 13 or worse is hit. It's an AC of 13 or worse. You have that base contact?
Cool. So damage small, I imagine?
See, no damage medium or large.
Isn't it the same or no?
I think it should be fundamentally the same weapon.
So it's still 66 for my bite then?
Yes.
Alright. Fire. Bonify.
Let's see how much you overkill.
Oh, baby!
Yeah, it's overkill.
Jesus Christ! And then
you bite it, and you just incinerate what your mouth, whatever enters your mouth is immediately incinerated.
And then I will claw at this one. I will just crush it under my foot.
Just end up biting air because it melts so quickly.
Yep. Fire. Fire. 11 or worse.
Alright. 11 or worse. Yep, that hits.
Cool. And this is only a D10 of damage, so it's probably not going to kill him. Nah, I didn't think so.
Alright. See, well, no, it does.
Oh, actually? Wow, these things are weak.
I bombed the hit dice roll, so that's why.
Oh, hell yeah. This red mage must not be very good, huh, fellas? Let's go fuck who shit up.
Well, also, these are skeletons and you're a dragon.
That's true. That's true. That's why they're throwing like 50 of them at us.
Alright, Osmotrios, your move.
Let's see. Fly over here.
Mm-hmm.
Bite this guy. Claw this guy.
Alright. Seeing, do you have the bite, claw proficiency?
1 bite, 1 claw. I think.
Alright, that will be 1 bite and 1 claw.
I hit this.
Let's see.
Oh,
So you hit armor class 7.
Sure.
That goes 20.
Nope, miss bonus.
That's an AC of 6. No, that's a miss.
And then the bite.
Alright, and then the bite. That hits.
Why am I rolling like shit? Holy fuck.
Because you're the black dragon and you have worse numbers.
It's true.
Rip and pepperoni.
You just have an environmental advantage. Let's see,
Ooh.
7 damage. Did
Yeah,
we roll a 1 in that? Yes, we did.
Yeah, it did.
Well, that's still enough to kill it.
Sweet.
I'm really glad these things are weak.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm looking at this. Alright. Going down the line. Yeah, this is how horde battles used to work in D&D 2nd edition. You play 5 and you want to fight against an entire army. It takes all damn day.
Yeah, it does.
Alright. Jehovah Boohoo, your move.
Okay, I'm going to fly back to here. Now, I don't have claws or bites listed on my sheet, but I'm pretty sure I claw bite as a red dragon.
Yes. Do you want me to give you those numbers again?
I don't think you ever gave them to me, but let's
see.
get them.
Yeah. No, on your weapon damage. I'm looking at that. Yeah. Yes, those are those are right. Those are right.
I have them under weapons?
Yeah, and I think while we're going under, I think when we were doing proficiencies, because I'm remembering the first session, is that you picked everything except for Dragonflight as a proficiency.
Oh, okay. Yes. Number of attacks,
So
2.
Yeah, so that'll be 1 claw and 1 bite when you attack.
Under claw, it says that I have 2 claw attacks.
Yeah, that's right, because you did double claw. Right. Yeah, because I have Council Wyrms with me right now, and yes, you get 1 extra proficiency. So yeah, you took claw, bite. So you get 3 attacks.
Okay, so I'll use 2 claws on the skeleton in front of me.
Alright. I'd be more than really needs, but in case you miss. Yeah, you met the armor class that hits.
Yeah.
Okay.
How much
so,
overkill is this? You need to bomb this damage roll. That kills it.
Yeah, I don't see an option to just roll damage from my sheet.
Well, there's damage small, and there's damage medium and all that, and you put that next to the
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, click
Yeah,
that.
okay.
Yeah. And we got this
Alrighty.
other skeleton right next to him.
I bite on him.
Alright, see, chomp. Yeah, that hits. Even if you roll ones with all of your damage dice, I think you would kill him. Yeah, that kills him.
Okay.
There he went.
My other claw is wasted, but that's okay.
Alright. Blostall. Let's see, all these dragons moving around. They just killed these guys. You have a lightning breath prepared. Do you want to still shoot it?
Blastall will move 20 feet and then do it in this line.
Alright, roll the damage number.
Alright.
Another gunshot can be heard ringing out from the woods.
Yep.
How many numbers are we going to get? Well, that's a very low damage roll, but it's still enough to kill all of them.
Alright.
You shoot this like a railgun and all of them pop.
Yep. The skeletons even
Also-
managed to throw one fucking attack at us.
So far, no.
Wow. Huh.
Yeah, I'm giving you a very false expectation for D&D 2e because you start off very weak at level 1, as every other character.
Are we level 1 or are we level 2? I forget.
You're level 1.
Huh. Well, I mean, you said you rolled shit on their hit points, so it's all good.
Yeah, I also told you that the dragons start off strong, dude.
Yeah, but once we find that mage, I'm sure he'll like give us a run for our money.
Yeah, because these are abnormal numbers for level 1.
It's okay. Do we still, since we're listening to Final Fantasy music, does that mean we get the victory sound when we win?
See, well, if it depends on why I play them. And Aurelius, we get to attack you twice.
Hey, there we go. See? Hit me.
We attack Aurelius twice, and we attack Osmotrios once.
All right. So my ace,
So
my Thaco is 20, my AC is -1.
Your AC is -1, which is what I'm looking at.
All right.
Yeah.
My Thaco is 20. My AC is apparently 4.
Your AC is 4, so these guys have a Thaco of 19. So I need to make 2 rolls. I need to calculate this out. Both of these are aimed at Aurelius. Aurelius, give me your number one more time.
My Thack.
-1.
What? Yeah,
You
minus
said it's
one.
-1, right?
Yep.
All right. So you need to roll a 20 or better to hit you.
Sorry, bro.
All right. Yep.
I'm gonna make the early game a
And-
pain in the ass for you.
See, there are modifiers on top of that. No, it's still not enough to hit you.
Wow. I min-maxed the shit out this dragon, dude. I'm sorry.
And then we'll do 20. Well, I also told you that these guys start off really strong.
Yeah, that's true.
And see, what'd you say your armor class was, Osmotrios?
My sheet says 4.
4. I need to roll a 15 or better to hit you. That is a 12, and even with modifiers, that will not hit you. Alright, so all the skeletons miss.
Puny skeletons.
I am ever so
Alright.
slightly disappointed that you didn't tell me to plug in my guitar and start playing Mr. Bones.
Does that Sega Saturn music?
Yes, absolutely. So again,
Did you start listening to the OST of the game?
The what?
Did you start listening to that game's OST?
No, but I'd keep going back to watch the Oni Plays video of that game. It's so cool. I love the hell out of it. All right, so I'm gonna bite this one first of all. Let's bite, and bite to hit. I get it.
Well, what did you roll?
A 9.
Alright. You have to hit an AC of 9 or better. Yeah, that hits it.
Cool. That's the bite.
You're rolling
Ooh,
6 damage dice.
Jesus!
Yeah, it's dead.
Okay, and then claw this one.
Alright.
All right, here we go.
Let's see.
14.
That hits.
Hell yeah. And this is only a D10, so let's see how we go.
That kills it.
Oh, baby.
Let's see. Alright. Osmotrios, can we finish the job?
Absolutely.
Finish
One
it,
second,
brother.
guys. All right.
See what you got for us.
Once again, claw bite.
Alright. Will it be the claw or the bite that kills it?
Probably the claw.
Let's see. Alright. You go in and let's see. Now the worst, yeah, that hits. How many numbers?
4.
4 numbers?
Yep.
Well,
Oh,
congratulations, you. What?
4 damage.
4 damage. Yeah, that's enough.
Sweet.
So as you take that swing, you bring your arm back, slash it, and yeah, there it goes. It dies. Alright. And it looks like that's it. So, with all these creatures dead, you stop, look around. Is that it? Is that it? As all of you pick up your heads and look around.
Release is going to pick up a skull and then hold it up comically.
Alas, poor Yarick.
Obligatory
And
Shakespeare
that's
reference.
And that's one combat encounter cleared.
Why were there so many skeletons out here?
Well, seeing how
Geezer?
not our father, no, but seeing that father himself is fond of necromantic servants, perhaps there is another mage about who likewise prefers necromantic servants and has sent them to try and hunt. Perhaps we should find him and kill him.
Eeh.
Thinking about this. Were these skeletons after anything?
I mean, we can't really ask him now.
And look around.
Yes, we can. So just figuring out where were these skeletons going? All right, the map is yours to explore.
They leave any, so they came at us from all sides. So, I'm going to sift through the bones and see if I can find anything of value on them.
See, well, you find that they all had swords screwed to their hands. Granted, you flew over these guys, so you melted the damn blade.
Crude swords stapled to them. They looked as if they were marching into attack. They do not look like just mere servants.
They're attack what though is the question.
What's around this area that's worth attacking?
Can I roll something for that?
Let's
The
see.
wolves, the wolves.
The wolves.
What? Why would you make a small army just to kill wolves?
I don't know. Maybe they're
You are
pests.
an army of skeletons. You'd use them to kill everything.
Well, they were weak skeletons.
You don't.
Yeah. Can we search around just to see what they were maybe up to?
Yeah, I agree with
Yes,
that.
you can. See, pick
Yeah.
a corner of the screen.
Some zombies came from, or some skeletons came from this way, so I'm going to head off this way and see what they maybe came from.
All right.
I will follow.
Aurelius continues. Osmotrios, which corner?
What was that? Sorry, I was away from my computer.
Yeah, which corner do you wish to investigate?
Let's see. Let's roll the D4. This one.
Let's see. All right. And Blowstall, you?
Yep, I'll go up to this corner.
So looking at all this, think there is a trick to saving images off of Reddit.
Well, seeing as so good.
Because Roll20 does not accept WebM images. So if I take this and then I click it and I click open in browser and then I click save image as, it converts to PNG.
There you go.
It's very strange they gotta do it like that.
So, seeing as Osmotraeus is sort of wandering off as the older brother, I'm actually going to stop and I'm going to trot after him to make sure he doesn't, hurt himself.
Because he's a stooge.
Well, yeah, he's dumb as shit. And he's also the younger brother, so I gotta go help him out. I might be a monster, but at least I'm a good older brother.
Yes. Right. So, Kyle, do not look in our other Discord channel so you don't know the answer as to what this is.
I feel like you need a better way to organize your notes in a place that I can't see and anticipate them.
So I can always just email this to myself like I'm lonely.
Yeah, nothing I've done before.
Right? So he's going off.
Drink my oiter.
See. So Hoova Boohoo, as you're looking around, skeletons. You're looking around, and yep, you're looking at just feet. Just footprints. These guys are walking through the marsh mud. You're looking around. This weird filter I've put over this map, by the way, this is supposed to be fog.
Oh.
So as you're looking at this through the pea soup fog, as you're bringing your nose down to look at these tracks. And yep, they're coming from somewhere. It's coming from the west.
Yeah, I'll turn. If it's coming from the west, does that mean I will go east? How does that work?
It's going to the east, yes.
Oh, so I want to go west.
Yeah, we're want to go west to see what these guys were attacking,
Okay, so I'll head off that way.
right? And then as you're heading off that way, Blue Stall, you're looking around, you're sniffing. You're sniffing around, trying to figure out what's around here. And let's see. Blue Stall will roll intelligence.
Intelligence, so that's just a
Right.
1d20 plus
Wait, hold on a
3.
minute, I'm not satisfied with you. I'm not satisfied with telling you that.
I have observation.
Roll tracking.
Tracking. Can do. Syntax error. Oh, wait.
Tracking something down.
That should plus 1. 13.
It's off a weird success system,
Yeah, that's
right?
Huh.
Well, I did not specify anything. I'm going to say it's enough. Blostall, there is something hiding in the tree above you.
Well, so we'll fly up and look in the tree.
See, you look in a tree, you see it. You see it's a person. It's a halfling.
Sam.
Halfling.
See, as you fly up and you see this halfling, he's got a white shirt. He's got olive drab green pants. He's got suspenders keeping the pants up. And he's got what looks like a sword, and it's a really battered looking sword too. Just like blowing up his image once again so you can see it again. As he's got a sword and a shield on his back. And looks over at you and says, oh, it's a dragon. Oh, please don't hurt me. Please spare my life.
Why was there a half an army of looking down skeletons trying to get you?
Oh, I saw the skeletons and the skeletons saw me and they started chasing after me.
They did. But why?
Yes. I don't know. I hope they won't plan on attacking anybody.
Well, Steel will probably grab him by the shoulder and then take him to the ground.
Oh shit!
Not roughly, just like place him down. It's a halfling with the battered sword. I think we can take him.
Yeah, Tahuva Boohoo, you're looking over, and you see Blostall grabbing this halfling, and Aurelius and Osmotrios. You hear it. You don't see it, but you hear it.
Seems Blostal has found something.
Okay.
Time to kill, time to kill.
Perhaps not. Let us see.
I'll pop over there.
You start walking over, and yeah, Tahuva Boohoo, it's a halfling.
What have we got here?
It's your favorite game, Blue Stall. It's a show and tell.
It is a halfling.
Copying this. We'll paste this one into Roll20 chat. So yeah, Dad, this is the condition of his sword on his back, by the way.
Kind of roughed up a little bit.
Yeah. He doesn't even have a scabbard for it. It's just a little leather hoop that he slides the blade into. So definitely look at him. He definitely isn't an experienced fighter by any means. And he's looking over and he's saying, "Oh, how many dragons are there? Oh, you're not going to kill me, are you?"
We haven't decided yet. Which is a better answer than yes, we are.
As you see this halfling is greatly intimidated upon seeing there's 4 dragons instead of 1.
So what are you doing here?
See, what was I doing? I was just heading back home, and I was on a trip. I was off delivering some. I work for a bank, and I was delivering some promissory notes that we finished printing. They outsourced it over to us to save money on labor, and I was attacked by skeletons on the way back.
Do I believe him?
See, look at him, the way he's sweating bullets. Yeah, you believe him.
Oh. And where is it you are headed to?
See, what was it I'm paying to? Oh, you see, he thinks for a second. And you see, he just crinkles the space between his eyes as he slams his eyes closed, knowing that the jig is up. I was heading back to my shire.
I see. Man is nothing more than a courier. So
You're not going to attack the shire, are you?
We will scour the Shire if we feel like it, but we have things we need to do first.
Things that are more important than the shire, I hope.
you could say that, but it's not for you to know.
As you see, this halfling is looking around, and would anyone like to roll this is you can history, roll intelligence.
I could, yeah. Intelligence, okay. God, I'm
Sorry,
a shitter today.
So I've got a 13.
13. Who else is smart?
I can do that.
Osmotrius, how smart are you?
Holy shit!
That's really good again.
Fucking
It's an
bang.
unnatural 20. As you're thinking about this boost all, you know that there's only one major halfling settlement in Thay. So wherever this guy is heading off to, that's where every halfling is living.
What
Think
is your
about
name
where
and your
they're-
address?
Think about where they live too. They live right outside of Thazrumaros. Oh, I made a typo on that one, sorry. Thazrumaros. That's how you spell the city. As he's looking up at you and saying, my name is Rudel Rosedew. I live in a shire by myself. I'm a bachelor. I've managed to have my own place. I've yet to marry.
And your actual address, so we can find you if we need to.
Find you if I need to. Well, what do you want with a simple courier like myself?
I don't know yet.
My
We might need a courier. I might need
courier,
food. I don't know.
The service of dragons. How much do you pay?
With your life.
It's more of a slavery than a job now, is it?
I mean, eventually you'll get money, but there's steps. It's complicated.
The house I live in, I can trace out my family crest for you.
All right. Yeah. Ostia will make a note of it.
see. So I will draw it out. I was playing the Lord of the Rings pinball machine before I played this session with you guys. I should remember what this looks like. Instead of prepping for the session, I instead did the irresponsible thing and went to an arcade.
It's okay. I'm gonna do the same thing tomorrow, and then the same thing again on Saturday.
Alright, I remember what this looks like. Also, this session didn't need that much preparation, in dead-ass honesty.
Well, I mean, we burned down a village, killed a bunch of skeletons, and now we're talking to Samwise Gamgee.
Alright, so look at this. Oh, if you're talking to Samwise, he sounds like this for the whole movie.
Depending on which version of Lord of the Rings.
Oh, Mr. Frodo, you don't pay me enough attention. I love you, Frodo. You love Smeagol more than me.
Just because it is all about that delivers the fish, precious fish.
By the way, are you enjoying Lord of the Rings Gollum?
I did not play it, but
God, no.
the fucking just how it appeared, everybody hated that and died. The swiftness of it was baffling.
See, because it's incredible just how bad of a game that is, especially off the momentum of the Shadow of games.
I'm kind of curious as to what like the current numbers on Steam are for Gollum.
Let's see. Let's instead make it a...
Hang on.
There's an ellipse tool I can use for that instead.
Dude.
Are you... What the hell was that?
Hold the fuck up. I'm going to put this in the chat, but I'm going to show the audience too in a sec. Out of curiosity, I'm going to put this in usual chat. I looked up the Steam charts for Lord of the Rings Gollum. There is one player. The peak. There is one person, one lonely person playing Lord of the Rings Gollum. The 24-hour peak.
All-time peak was 502.
That is embarrassing. Wow.
Oh my god, this game cratered.
I'm gonna hang on. Let me look at the 1 year mark of the game. Oh wait, it hasn't even been out all that long.
No, it came out May of this year.
Yeah, it came. Oh my god, in May, and now it's 21 person playing as of 5 minutes ago. That is holy shit.
So I think this.
Wow.
I think this dude is going bankrupt.
Yeah, you think?
So there we go. I drew the family crest. This is what we're going with.
All right, cool.
That one player is me.
Yeah. Yes, Ryan, you love Lord of the Rings Gollum.
Of course. I'll die for this game.
So, Blue Stall, this is what the crest looks like. It's a square. It's got a square inside of it. That's got, well, that's like 2 ellipses inside of it, too. So that's the Rosewell. That is... No, sorry, Rose Dude. That's his family crest. And now we know their addresses because they don't use home numbers.
They can't do math very well, can they?
Well, the halflings are pretty smart, but they're all based off of English farmers.
Okay.
So they're very... They don't worry a lot, and they try to keep their nose out of geopolitics.
They're handy tradesmen.
Yeah, they know a lot about their specific ways of life, but in terms of geopolitics, not very much.
Well, we ever need a courier, we know who to talk to. Wonderful.
Where were these promissory notes that you were carrying? Where did they come from?
Let's see, the bag I was carrying was up in that tree. I threw it up in the tree. It's back there if you want to see it.
Yeah, Blasteel will fly over, get it, and then come back with it while looking through them.
You grab his satchel that he threw up in the tree, and you flip it open. You start looking through, you start pulling out the notes. This is before we formally made the dollar bill as you're looking at this. And you start seeing the different names of different citizens of Thay, with how much gold that they have in their bank accounts, according to the National Bank of Thay. Yeah, Aurelius, that makes you vomit when you hear that, the National Bank.
Please tell me there's
State
one
will
that
own-
just says Shadow Wizard Money Gang.
And the state owns all the money and
And
decides how much you're allowed to have.
the state is the Shadow Wizard Money Gang. We love casting spells.
So look at this. Wonderful. Blue Stall, you can probably just destroy all these and then nobody will be able to withdraw their gold if you do that.
Do these require the actual person they're intended to go to work properly? Or
Yes.
could anyone you... Ah, damn.
Until you learn this guy's self.
You know what? I think as a blue dragon, eventually I get that.
Wait, what?
I know that, like, blue dragons get a bunch of illusion shit. I don't
So
know if this
eventually
guy's
he'll-
self is one.
Eventually, he'll be able to disguise himself and then start check-kiting his way to riches in Thay.
That's kind of hysterical. Just a fucking a dragon committing wire fraud in order to amass a pile of gold to sit on.
And he creates the Tweed corruption ring.
It's like fucking Leonardo DiCaprio's character in Catch Me If You Can, but a dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bluster will hold on to him. I'll let you live. I will let you live. I don't know about the rest of these guys. And if anyone asks, the skeletons took the promissory notes. And then walk off.
So as you walk away, Rudol very cautiously looks over at you, Tohubu, who's standing right next to him.
What do you intend to do with those?
Are you carrying anything else of interest, Mr. Courier?
Well, anything else I have, this sword I have on my back, this was my uncle's sword, and he gave it to me as part of the job, and this shield, I managed to buy this shield myself. But besides the clothes on my back, are you looking for jewelry?
Maybe.
Oh, I have this, as he pulls a copper locket out of his pocket, and this really just has a picture of my siblings in it. No, and that's it.
No, I think I'll let you keep that.
Well, thank you. That's very generous of you.
Well, my brothers, should we continue on our way?
Oh, but the halfling is nothing else we need. Brother, what do you intend to do with those notes?
One day get the money that is attached to them.
And how do you intend to do that?
It'll be very long and complicated.
It seems like a lot of work for not a lot of gain.
You never know. I mean, how much is on these promissory notes?
So as you're looking at them, you're looking at about. It seems that the average amount is about 20 gold per person.
It's a start.
We would get more simply by subjugating the people themselves.
True, but you never know.
Fine. Then take your silly notes then. Why does that political cartoon look like John Goodman and Oh Brother Where Art Thou? Sales, Mr. Gill, sales. And what do I say the truth? Oh, every blessed the truth, Mr. McGill, every blessed word of it.
Blue Star, you feel the need to start smoking a cigar, have an eye patch, sell Bibles.
We was attacked by a Bible salesman and kicked and banned from the wall world. I don't know if it's just that one or everyone.
And this man will kill your toad, and he'll be very happy as he does so.
You know these things give you warts. End of
That's
list.
Trios, what are you thinking?
There's not much going through his brain right now.
A dial tone.
They
The
started
wind.
talking a bunch of nonsense, and he's just like,
Fucking, it's like talking economics to a Labrador.
he's got his mouth open. There's a little drool come out. He's spaced out. He's just not there.
He's just caboose. He's literally just caboose.
Then in our next game, we'll get him the voice of a college professor, like they did in RWBY.
I tell you what, if I ever learn how to fucking work the jank-ass system that is Halo Mythic, I'd love to run a red versus blue campaign.
I thought you were going to say something like, if you figure out how to use MMD and make your own episode of RWBY.
Oh, no. I've never watched Ruby because I don't care about anime all that much, and Red vs. Blue is a better show.
I can talk to you about it after this episode.
Alright.
We're leaving Halfling alone?
I guess so. He's just kind of there, and now we've ruined his life because we've stolen his notes.
And we know where he lives.
He's been robbed, and the money's insured by the federal government.
Insured by the mages.
Yep.
They probably have copies. They're fine.
So we gotta have a big government. Nowhere in the Forgotten Realms was there a bigger government than they.
Oh, there was the Lord's Alliance back. That's kind of whatever. That's not there yet.
Yeah, you gotta worry about this interim too.
Yeah, they're okay. You just need to, kill the ones that are human traffickers.
Yeah. There's money to be made in that.
I know, but
And here we are. It is about 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Alright, so southward still, I imagine?
Yep.
Alright, so keep on going south.
Alright. So here we go. You never played Nights into Dreams, did you?
I did not, because I never owned a Sega Saturn. Or, no, a Sega Dreamcast.
Alright. See.
Unless they remade it for GameCube, at which point I never would have known about that.
They re-released it for Virtual Console on PS3.
On PS3? Why?
Yeah. Because that's where you start releasing all the Sega Saturn games.
That's a really odd fucking place to put Sega Saturn games.
Yeah. Alright. As you guys are flying, everybody roll a d20.
It wasn't Panzer Dragoon. Was that a fucking Dreamcast game? Or is that
Yeah, that was the precursor to Star Fox.
What the fuck you mean the precursor? Fucking Star Fox on the SNES came out in like 1994.
I know I said it to fuck with you.
Well, fucking with successful.
Do you want Star Fox 64 but with better controls?
I don't know. Star Fox 64 controls alright to me. The all range mode missions are kind of fucky, but like they're not bad.
That game deserves so much better than what it got.
So does Star Fox, but nobody else agrees with me.
Yeah. No, well, Star Fox got sequels. Panzer Dragoon never did.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Sega was banking everything on Shenmue at the time, so they didn't have much of a choice.
And we saw how well that paid off.
Yeah, it's got a rabid fan base of people that don't know what the fuck game design is.
Would you like to play a game where you drive a forklift? And that's
That's
it.
Shenmue.
Yeah, fuck Shenmue.
Yes.
I've never played Shenmue.
There's a moment in that game where Rio gets a job driving a forklift. And you have to drive a forklift in real time according to a shift.
Yeah, it's basically Rio becomes OSHA certified the game, and then on his off time learns Kung Fu in order to find out who killed his father.
We rolled something good.
Uh-oh.
Right.
Did we find the mage?
No, we found a different mage.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh no.
Found a different mage. Behold! All four of you are babies, so you should be very interested in this. You found a house that's made out of gingerbread.
Oh no.
Do I remember stories about this?
See. Roll D20 including your intelligence.
It's already sucked me in, guys. I am heading straight
Yes.
there.
God damn it.
Zalatrios is already dive bombed. Let's look at this. Oh yeah, Aurelius, there's definitely a witch in that house. 100% there's a witch. And she's got a massive oven made for dragons.
What did you want us to roll?
And a D20 including your intelligence.
I haven't heard anything about gingerbread houses.
Yeah, you said Hansel and Gretel, this book sucks, and you just threw it over your shoulder as a kid.
Wait, a witch house made of gingerbread.
Which house of the witch house shall it be?
Oh, we were right there, man!
It seems our younger brother has decided he's going to fall for the trap.
No, damn it!
I'm going to fly down and try to stop Osmotrios from trying to eat the house.
Yeah, Osmotrios, how fast are we flying?
Oh boy.
I land on the house and I start chewing on the chimney.
Oh no.
So you open your mouth and you just, as you're flying down, Aurelius, you just hear this massive crunch. As
Well, first
as
of all,
Osmotrios.
how hard is this gingerbread? Is it like stale, or is it like brick, or is it like cookie crumble?
It's cookie crumble as you eat it.
He's probably still
nice.
gonna eat it even if it was like brick consistency because he eats rocks.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna melt it down with my acid and then eat it if it was harder.
As you chew it, you look at it, Osmotrios, and you see that the gingerbread grows back into place of where you just bit it.
Oh my, guys, regenerating cookie.
No, you
If it
fool!
keeps-
It's a
Nom, nom,
trap!
nom, nom, nom.
As he keeps eating the house.
I'm going to start trying to pull Osmotrios off of the house.
Yeah. Osmotrios, you got the taste of it in your mouth, you don't want to leave.
Yeah, well, what, cookie?
It is a trap, you fool! A witch lives in that house.
Eat the witch too.
Right?
Holy shit, he said something smart twice this session.
Eat the witch.
She probably tastes foul. We can kill her, though, and then eat her house. We will be doing the world a service. Witches are evil.
Seeing it regenerate, would Blue still know what kind of magic that would require? Because that seems pretty strong.
See, if you're thinking about it, Blue Stall, you already know a little bit about magic with how smart you've been. So, conjuration. So, a probably considerably strong witch is already living in here.
She's probably very strong. We should leave it and come back later.
Well, she probably already knows we're here since Osmotrios is eating our chimney.
Oh, I'm sure she knows we're here.
I take another big bite and I go to fly away.
It plays play an ASMR video, but like really crank up the volume of the chewing.
It's just crunch, 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 crunch.
It-
It's like a dog eating a bone.
Yep.
Not a bone, but a dog treat.
Yep.
So, as you're eating, and Osmotrius, as you're getting up to fly, you hear the door of this gingerbread house swing open.
Oh, damn it.
See. Oh, this one looks freaky. Let's use this one.
I'd just like to say, like, has anyone seen those, like, TikTok videos where it's, like, somebody taking care of a dog, like, doing their whole, like, grooming process and something, and then they start adding stock sound effects? Okay, no, I'm the only one who's seen those videos.
You're getting your brain fried by watching them, too.
Yeah, I know. I mean, fucking... There's one where, like, this chick has this adorable Shiba Inu, and she's taking care of it, and then she, like, gets this ointment stuff to, like, to keep his nose from drying out, and then, like, while she's applying it, it makes, like, this really gross, like, squelching noise, and, like, you know it's a fucking stock sound effect, and it drives me fucking crazy.
Alright. I found a good hack picture. Let's use this one. Ah, fuck it, didn't roll on this roll.
Rip.
20.
Rip and pepperoni.
Put in game chat. Yeah, there it is.
All right, I'll put it up for everyone to see.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, she's pretty looking.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Did you see this plus-sized green hag stick her head out the door? Just someone in my house. Hey,
No.
hey, I see you.
Tucker did it.
When she says
This is
someone
not-
eating my house, Osmotrius goes, no.
No, as you say that with a bunch of crumbs coming out of her mouth.
Oh.
If she can understand Draconic, that'd be great.
Yeah.
But
Just
that's
look
the
at
only
you.
language I can speak.
No, she doesn't understand Draconic, but she's saying, dragons eating my house? She quickly closes the door.
Perhaps we should
I think-
leave before she tries to cast a spell on us.
I think she caught us.
Yes, and we should leave before she returns with magic.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
You see, she,
Alright.
speaking of that, she opens the door and she's got a staff in her hand.
Shit.
Oh shit.
Acid. Blah. Fly.
Yeah, get it.
Distraction. Fly.
Pocket sand.
See
vomit
what
you-
he See
You're
what he
saying?
just did? Like, I'm pretty sure Bluestone would also just shoot electricity and then go 40 feet.
You all quickly disperse your breath and then fly out of there.
Just 4 dragons just fucking ace this poor hag at once and then just book it like a fucking drive-by shooting.
It's,
Uh,
you see a bunch of dust and fire kick up from all the breathing you've done. And then as you're flying away, as you look at the dust clear, you see that the gingerbread house grows back into place.
Oh, the house is still magical. Okay.
Do we see her at all?
Currently, no. Did we get her?
I hope so.
I doubt it.
probably not. Let's just get the fuck out of here before she catches up with us. Oh my god. We're just a bunch of troublemakers, aren't we?
There's a bunch of naughty kids.
Yeah, I mean, we are. We're 2 years old in well, I'm 3, but we're 2 years old in dragon years. Well, I'm 2 years old in people years. We're like 20 in dragon years. So we're basically like a rowdy fraternity.
We should have never left the house.
But we did. We're going on like a 2 a.m. Nuggies run is what this whole campaign is. We're a bunch of 20-year-old dragons just like tearing through this land, making everybody's life hell. Wow, we are assholes.
Yeah. Play a MIDI version of a MIDI version of the Rugrats theme song.
I don't know. I never liked that show. I was thinking like play some. What's up?
You look at the 3 original Nicktoons, and that's the one they went all in on.
Yeah, they did, and I never understood it.
Very British television show. Alright, setting up the next moment. As you're flying, it is now... let's see, getting close to the afternoon. So the sun is still pretty high up in the sky, and because I'm a cheap bastard, we'll be reusing a map. Let's see. So, as we are flying, let's see, just went off that witch encounter. That gingerbread house was pretty good, Osmotrius. Maybe we should go back and finish the job.
Absolutely.
It,
Every now and then he'll look behind with like sad eyes.
It'll still be there.
We know where it is. We can find it again.
it'll be there forever.
We
Hey.
cannot attack a hag at our current state.
I didn't even get to try a gun drop.
What's the fucking
Right?
icing holding the house together has asbestos in it? She hasn't updated the house's code since the 700s.
She starts
You
putting
fill it with-
pesticides in her house.
When the American public feared that I was filling my gingerbread house with toxic pesticides.
Just to keep the dragons away.
These carcinogens will teach them a lesson in 5 to 15 years.
And it's time for a reoccurring character. Looking down, all 4 of you, that is a adult dragon we're looking at that's sitting in a forest.
Another dragon.
But he's an adult, so he can't be part of our team.
Oh, I didn't say that. I was thinking
He's
perhaps he'd know something.
This is a kids-only team. Just looking at him, and you can tell what color he is. He is white.
Oh god, that thing is feral.
I feel like I know exactly who this is going to be. We're gonna have to throw him a fucking birthday party, aren't we? We're actually gonna have to show up this time.
It's Grisha.
No. Somebody else. You'll know when you see him. Alright, let's get down there and talk to this fucking idiot.
Should we put Grisha in this game?
Oh, Jesus,
God.
no, he'd fucking murder us all.
Fucking Grisha was
Oh my god, he'd be a tyrant.
Absolutely.
Alright. So for everyone who's watching this, who has played Drakengard 3, the answer to your question is yes.
See, I didn't
Alright,
play
so I'll have
Drakengard
this-
3. I thought, wait, maybe it's not who I think it is.
Alright. So, reaching the floor. Here we are.
Oh, that's exactly who it is. Okay.
Yeah. As you see, it's a white dragon who is sitting on the ground. He's got his wings in the air. He's got both of his legs down. And he seems to be looking down, and he seems to be talking to somebody. He is talking to a human. And this is you should look at this. Those ears. This is a half-elf. Which of you has the affinity for elves again?
That would be me.
Alright. Osmotrios, you're automatically interested in this elf. Not quite elf woman.
I'm trying to remember her name. I can't
Can we go talk? Can we go say hi?
Approach cautiously. I'll go with you.
Okay. He interprets cautiously as stealthily.
As what?
Stealthily. So he starts like getting into his like stealth. I can't think.
Stealth crouch.
Stealth crouch, yeah. And he starts inching forward.
Atreus is gonna look at him and just shake his head and start walking towards them.
Oh. Okay.
Upon hearing dragons walk down, you see this white dragon. He looks over, and this big smile comes across his face as he starts making his way over towards you. You see the woman grabs him by the tail, and he stops and he looks around and looks behind him. And then he just goes back to sitting. As this woman is going to step around, look at her. The way she's dressed, too. It's not really a class in this game, but barbarian is what she is. So, fighter damage class, fighter damage build is pretty much what she is in this game. Blue Saw, you're giving this dragon a wide berth.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
As this woman looks at the three of you with her arms crossed, what do you say?
You have long ears.
She just gives you a double blink as you say that.
You'll have to pardon my brother. He's rather slow. It's rare to see other dragons about. Much less a half-elf commanding one.
You recognize that I'm the one in charge. Great. Makes things just a little bit easier on us.
I beg your pardon.
I have one question to ask you before we begin talking. You saw the vision too?
I believe it's the same one, so Aurelius will say yes.
Yes.
5 heads, breathing fire.
Told her to meet her.
Exactly. That's why we're here.
Oh.
Wonderful. Seems that the prediction is correct. The Great Dragon Migration has begun.
This is the first we're hearing of this.
You are only 1 or 2 years old. I didn't expect you to be a genius.
Well, perhaps not, but an astute observer. I am Aurelius, and these are my brothers.
I'll give you my name when I feel like giving it to you.
Understandable. My name was almost stolen by a fairy. He burned it alive.
As you see the white dragon's about to speak, she turns around and says, "No! Miles, don't say anything yet. I'm the one who negotiates here."
You let a human do your talking for you?
Negotiate.
Yeah, the white dragon starts. But she's not just a human. She's really, really strong. That's enough. That's enough. You're speaking to me, not him.
Well,
all right.
So, I assume all dragons have gotten this vision then.
Yes, we've met a few on the way here already.
Indeed. So, that is the case, then where are the rest of the dragons, and where will they be headed?
Those dragons and I didn't get along, so I've already slaughtered them.
Really? And why would that be?
You know the issue with dragons this age. We can't get along with each other. I'm surprised that you've stayed with your brothers for this long, especially with one as scales this black and scales that red. Eventually, as you grow older, you will turn on each other.
Well, seeing as I'm the older brother, I don't believe that'll happen. But if you say so.
So, my second question, now that you've said that, are you going to be peaceful and recognize that I am the one of the higher position of power? Or are you going to try to oppose me?
Over your larger friend, perhaps you are. But me and my brethren stand together.
I have one last thing to say to you. Give up on that vision of Tiamat. Leave us to find it by ourselves.
Well,
We can go check out the house.
And with that, in a power move, she turns her back to you as she walks over to this dragon and gets on his back.
letting himself be subjugated by a half-elf.
He once again curses. A really strong one.
That should not be an excuse for you. I expected more of somebody of your stature.
And he's going to turn his back and start walking away himself. Fine. You want to sass me?
Alright. And with that, the dragon and her rider fly away. His rider fly away.
Well, she was rude.
Mm. We're not gonna give up, right?
No, pay her no mind. White dragons, they're only one step above common beasts. They make our brother look like a genius in comparison as he looks to Osmotrios.
And a genius.
First of all, don't fill his head with grandeur. Second of all,
I can see it. He's mainly talking about a squirrel.
I expected nothing less.
Oh, there it is.
even still, she might say that she gives up on that we should give up on Tiamat, but, well, she is but a half-elf. What does she know? Although, I am intrigued by the great dragon migration. Perhaps once we've aided Father in his search for the meteor, then maybe we should partake ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Should find out more about it anyways.
Well, we happen across other dragons along the way, and I'm certain we will. Then, we'll be sure to ask.
And on that note, that's where we conclude this session of Council of Worms.
All right. Very eventful.
Sounds good.
We got to be jerks. We got to learn about the Shire. We ate a house.
Yes. And we met Miles and his girlfriend.
Yep, recurring characters in my games.
Yep. I forgot the chick's name, and I'm like,
Yep.
I'm blanking on it now. I'm sure I'll remember it like 2 in the morning or some shit.
Yeah, well, she doesn't exactly have one.
No, well, I remember we call her something in Morphospace, but I forgot.
Yeah. All right.
So
We'll
yeah,
pick this game up in 2 weeks.
yes, next week
And-
back to Werewolf.
Yeah.
And I already have an idea of how to write Sean back into the story.
Spectacular.
And next week I will be about an hour late.
I
All right. We'll just have Grim in a fugue state during that time.
The what state?
Fugue state.
Okay, fair. Well then, so as far to my knowledge, next werewolf session, we're waking up at the Cairn. We got to go to a stadium, try and twist the arms to some employees, and then set up a trap. That's on the itinerary as far to my knowledge.
And we gotta figure out where Ruslan is supposed to be.
Yes. So those two things, and then we have to try our best not to get our shit pushed in.
It's gonna be a very fun combat encounter.
Yes, it is. And I'm gonna get 5 aggravated damage again.
Yep.
Grim might die.
You saw the numbers. See us rolling in vampire. Now you got put up with that.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's kind of conducive to Tyler's character, because he's an overconfident hotshot, and he gets the shit kicked out of him and always gets back up.
You played the butt monkey in all of our games.
Yeah, it tends to happen to me a lot. I mean, given how my luck is when it comes to rolls, yeah, it's about right. The same thing happens to Colt IRL in my Storm King's Thunder game. Like, he rolls when I'm playing as Colt in my IRL game, I roll fucking awesome when it comes to anything RP related, but I just cannot hit anything in combat to save my life.
And I'll listen to you. I have one more thing. Artist is Deer Chip. I'm going to say it again in our Rove episode. I have a new token for Grisha.
Oh, fuck.
Whoa.
Yes.
That's not good.
Yeah, bear view of the head.
That's gonna be fucking rough.
Yeah. And are we still recording?
Yes.
I think that's it for this episode.
All right. Good night, everybody.
See ya.
Have a
Pretty
good one.
easy.
In.